What's up, guys? It's the Lost Harbor. Welcome back. We are starting this with no fucking 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Nitsify, and your DM, Nitsify, your dungeon master. Or, I guess, in this case, your... I don't fucking know. Figure it out. We have...
How does it pronounce Nitsify?
Yeah, as you know, it's always been Nitsify. People just mispronounce it. Some people say Nitsify, some people say Nitsify. And nobody ever... Some people get it right, some people don't. It's fucking wild. But we have a few people here. The guy who just spoke, that big frog tucked in the left corner behind a breathing cat that blinks and swings and scratches and all that. Yeah, that's the frog known as Reed.
Yep. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, we have
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. My name is Issa. We have Issa over here. I think that's already pretty explanatory. They play. Oh, right. Yeah. By the way, we play that little rabbit guy, Dotable. We also have. Yeah, I went with last name instead of first name this time. Feeling good today. We also have Issa, who does play that little plasmoid that you all love and adore, Ublex. We have that little orange.
Do they adore me, or
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I imagine there's at least one person that's like, oh my god.
Ublex fan.
I feel like there's got to be a fan for everybody, like eventually.
Can't be a bigger fan of Ublex than me. Okay,
yeah,
buddy.
Truth.
You have competition.
I am the one fan of Mollis.
I feel like there's no.
If there are new Ublex fans, I'm dead.
Honestly, I want to take a gander here, right? Because there is a guy, by the way, his name is actually in the background of the new background that we have for the Lost Tavern, for the visual watchers. We have some bottles that have some commenters that are almost in every single video. And there was a guy named Squid8990. He still watches our stuff, and with the type of characters that he seemed to have a lot of love for, my guess, if I can make a gander to what his favorites are, I'm gonna make a wild guess, and he can shoot me if I'm wrong. But I'm gonna guess that he probably loves Ublex and probably Mollis the most. That's my gander, because he loved Katsu a lot and Alice a lot from the.
You can't love Ublex more than me.
Okay, well, Squid Guy, if you're watching this video, well, you just got fucking called out.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. Speaking of being called out, there's this orange fucker that looks like a minion, but also Spider-Man in here. His name is Tic Tac Dylan. He plays Chrono.
I just want to bring up something kind of funny. Earlier when you said you were starting the intro, my Discord froze up, and I was like, fuck, I hope I'm not hurt. It didn't happen.
Oh, man. And lastly, we have the other main host of the channel that has been here since day motherfucking one. Short guy.
That's you.
No, shut the fuck. It's Acrid.
It's okay, short kings are valid.
Brother. I'll take it because I can get it means I just build muscle faster, so whatever. But he plays Mollis, the big fish guy with the 6 eyes. Maybe 12 eyes one day, you never know. But that being said, that being said, you guys have departed from New Way and you are making your way to Extracts. But yeah, you guys literally just started heading there. Also, that reminds me, quick little thing, you guys last session didn't even do a recap. You played volleyball, almost lost some money. Ublex wandered aimlessly throughout the town, and when they finally arrived at the tavern, they realized they could not fit, and then tried to leave, and then ended up back at the tavern, and then ended up having a drive-through. So you may have accidentally invented something, and someone may make money off of your suffering because they might just start making drive-thrus a thing now. That being said, there was also the fact that Mollis went to go check on the person that he brutally injured and almost murdered, completely intentionally. And and yeah, I want to go and say that as the first day starts kicking off, you guys have started sailing away. You, Mollis. You hear a bird starting to fly overhead. You can see the little shadow. It is not. It is a small seagull
a normal one
with a newspaper in its talons. and it will
My
begin
God.
to swoop down over to you.
I
I'm
would
sorry,
take the
but just-
newspaper.
Hell yeah.
PTSD reaction to the mentioning of a bird was really good.
It was an immediate
sorry.
no,
No,
not
it was
yet.
funny.
Dude,
Sorry, but if Taka sees me with like this new apprentice girl, she's going to fucking skin me alive.
Oh man, dude, I want to mention it is one of those things right now from what I'm getting where as soon as I finally actually put this character back into the story for you guys to deal with, this man is going to either be like the fucking witch from that girl that's like I want to go no place like home, and then she clicks her like heal 3 times. They like that witch that melted. Or he's just gonna fucking straight up die like fucking Gojo in JJK.
I haven't read that.
I haven't read it
understood
either. I'm
neither
just
of
guessing.
those.
I'm just guessing he's dead. Right.
Right.
Anyway.
Oh no.
Anyways,
Carry on.
there are a few things you can read about. So the first thing you would see that would probably be of interest to you, and by the way, I'm going to put on your guys' music for you while the people were able to hear it, you weren't able to. This is the music we have, screen share time. We have the Blab 2 music, tranquil, medium low.
Groovy.
Hell yeah, I found this recently. I've seen this game from like years ago, and I don't know. I'd never saw anyone actually play it. But basically, there is a headline that everyone would realize pretty quick. I don't know who all would gather around near Big Man McGee Mollis. But there is a one literally mentioning his interview with that reporter from before.
Oh, yay.
Basically mentioning everything, basically mentioning what happened to the Hive from Mollis's perspective, his motivations, for why he's doing what he's doing. Not to mention, it is also being very blunt about the fact of everything that he's done since he's been a part of this pirate crew, meaning that the Navy now knows what y'all did in Solus, because they knew something happened, but they didn't know who did it. Meaning that will probably affect your bounties.
Oh hey, I'm gonna be worth more money.
Yeah, you'll be worth more money.
Yes.
I'm a little indifferent to that development. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, why?
They
Why would you
don't.
be different?
Give me a bigger bounty.
You don't want a bigger bounty? Why not? Don't you want to be wanted by the Navy and bounty hunters?
Don't you want to be wanted in general, Issa?
Yeah, don't you?
Your bounty's pathetic.
I thought you
I'm
wanted
okay.
attention. Come on. Like, what's that? Where's that attention seek? You know, come on. Don't we all want to be at least a little, like, you know, paid attention to and loved, you know?
What?
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
one
yeah.
way to describe being
Oh,
wanted
yes,
for a
he-
crime.
Oh yes, he does. Anyway,
All right. Okay.
I'm okay with being Tony Chopper for this occasion.
Completely fair. Besides that, there's another thing you would notice, and this is something that you guys kind of knew had a possibility of already happening to a degree, as Moss had seen something about this being talked about in military documentations that he had gathered from Solus, which is that the 5 warlords of the sea have been announced.
who?
And yes, there are pictures of these people, because since they're already pirates, they would already have a public, well-established self, because they're not just going to grab random nobodies. So there is a pirate that has been sticking around the hazy sea, and he goes by the name of Kushthor, originally from the Whiteside Island, a human.
Oh, relatable.
He, from like the bit that you can see, he seems to wear a black top hat, very fancy black clothes, that very steampunk-esque, like, suit and tie type of thing, similar to what Chrono does. But his is a little bit more fancy, and the fact of he has, like, a brown vest underneath the black cloak, and then, like, he has, like, the white undershirt with the black tie, seems to always be smoking a cigarette, black gloves with these, like, golden embrasions into them, and pretty, like, compared to Chrono, his skin is a bit more on the darker side.
Alright, if I see this guy, I'm gonna take his top hat and choke slam him with it as revenge.
Damn.
Yeah, I get to pull off the top hat, look around these.
The second one is a one that, if you want to, anybody may roll, yes, even Ublex may roll a history check on this person.
Not me. I'm like a week old.
I want to mention
Uh,
this. Cushsor, you wouldn't have had a need to roll it because he was pretty well known.
That's
but- Nat 20.
That's a 22!
Okay.
So sorry for interrupting you. It's just that I have not gotten a nat 20 in a while.
You are completely fine. What about the other two?
I got a 22.
I'm getting there.
Okay,
I'm
he's
getting
getting
there.
there. He's getting
Okay,
there.
so I'm sorry. Just to be clear, what would like? Wait, what's the history check for again?
To know this person.
Okay,
Like at all.
Okay, then it makes sense if Croto gets a nat 20 in that case, because I mean, literally same island, same species, basically.
Well, not Cushsor. It's the next person I'm about to send.
Okay.
Anyway, I
Cut-
got a 22.
Done.
So I would know
Gotcha.
something.
Yeah, but Cushsor basically, everybody, you wouldn't have to roll a history check for Cushsor because Cushsor is that well known. He has a similar popularity to that of like the emperors. Not quite to that level, but it's close to that level. So he's pretty well known. But yeah, Acrid, let me know what you get.
5.
Damn. Okay, so you never heard about this guy, but to be fair, you lived in the ocean. Or should I say, this woman. For Issa, you don't know why, but you remember hearing, for some reason, you remember that this person has been associated with the Fae. For my dear sir, Usagi, I'm trying to figure out what the leveling of here should be, because man got nat 20. So you would know Usagi that she has also been known, besides just for the face stuff, you know that she's been known to use some very dark methods when it comes to getting information.
Like what?
When it comes to torture, there's like the normal forms of
Yeah.
torture, and then there's psychological torture.
Ew. Okay.
She fucks with the person mentally. That's what she's been known to do. She's also been known to literally take Navy soldiers, pirates, anybody that bothers her, and make a humiliating death out of them publicly.
Oh my.
But Chrono, you know exactly who this is. You even know their nickname. On the thing, it just says the Psycho Jester, but you know them as Faye, the Psycho Jester, the captain of the circus pirates. Known for her trickery, dark methods, and trippy fighting style, Faye has quickly become a threat. From changing the very battleground around her to creating ladders out of thin air, she's kind of become a master of Faye trickery. That's kind of the thing of what people know about her. I will be sending a picture of her now, as she is the only pirate jester that is like publicly well known. She has the traditional like red and blue mixture for like the jester hat and the jester clothing, very traditional jester clothing. But the one thing that kind of sets her apart with her appearance, besides the ginger hair, which you rarely ever see nowadays to begin with, is the fact that she has this white mask that normally would have been almost like a mime look, but there's just like some people say it's paint splatters. It's probably blood that has stained this white mask. She's sinister. That's the second Warlord of the Sea that you have seen. The third Warlord of the Sea that has been announced is... This is again one of those ones where you wouldn't really need to really roll a history check, because you would know him not because of his pirate expertise, but because of the fact that he is the only pirate that's gone of his way to make a business. And has managed to completely keep it safe, as he's only built it on areas that are not protected by the Navy. As you would hear about Genesis, a nubi who has basically taken over the a good portion of area. He's, if I remember correctly, should be in the Deepless Sea. But that is Genesis. He is this black Anubai that has a bunch of it's a black suit with a white undershirt and a lot of just golden detailings that he seems to just have decorated on this suit. He's a businessman at heart.
Out of curiosity, does he play Sega Genesis?
No.
I was saying, I wonder if he has a brother. I wonder if he has a brother named Mega Drive.
Maybe. You never know. you would see that
Anyway.
they're still looking for 2 more warlords. But those are the 3 warlords that they have chosen for now.
Oh, okay. So theoretically, if I'm theoretically, if I make a big enough name for myself, I could be one.
You could, but you'd also have to be technically the captain of your crew.
Fuck.
So if you
Hey,
wish
Chrono,
to become
Chrono,
one,
can I have that captain position? No.
Do you want to be an enemy of this crew?
Chrono, okay, I'm assuming like.
But it doesn't even want to be the captain.
Alright, I'm assuming.
No,
like,
but Maz hates the Navy, so he doesn't like these people either.
I guess that's a good point.
Chrono would just kind of like tilt his head a little and just go, why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? I thought you weren't interested.
It's always best to keep your options open. Besides, it would be the ultimate ploy to become one of the warlords, only to gain access to special Navy facilities, only to rob them blind and leave.
Chrono is gonna take a quick glance at you,
It would be the double cross that no one would expect.
and he's gonna turn back to you, Yusaki, and say, "Sorry, I know what I said to you earlier, that I'm not really interested in being a captain, but I might have been reconsidering lately, to put it simply."
Oh well, less heat on me. Anyway.
yeah. There's one other thing. What is your passive perception, everybody? By the way, that's actually a good question that you'd be asking.
13.
7.
13.
My
Okay.
passive perception is
I'm 15.
Okay. So you said 15 on yours?
I'm 15. I said 7 as a joke.
Oh,
But
okay.
no, it's 15.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So Mollis, you would notice that there's one interesting headline that seems to catch your eye just slightly because, like, a lot of these other headlines is like, oh, this guy is going to prison because he stabbed a man, things like that. But there is one other one that you find kind of interesting. Which, let me pull this one up because I have written this down. The article name, and I quote, is Captain Nash D attacks Global Noble.
Oh, wait.
Global Noble?
Wait, hang on. Wait, Chrono's passive perception is 13. Would he notice this too?
Sadly, no. It was a DC of 15 because it's a very short article, so it wouldn't have been that easily noticed.
Shit.
D?
Okay, fair.
Wait.
Captain Nash D.
Mollis is the only one that sees this.
Yep.
Is he gonna bring it to the attention of anybody else?
Please.
Mollis, time to roll.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, so so what people see is Mollis just starts chuckling
Okay.
out of nowhere as he just goes, "That's funny," as he just points at that's the headline, as he just points at it. He finds it funny because he's like, "A noble got decked. That's funny."
Okay,
He doesn't. It's less
Chrono
absurd.
recognizes
know.
the headline because. So, quick question, Nits.
Mhm.
Would the same Nash happen to be the same Nash that Chrono was trying to find information on last session?
Roll me a history check because you only knew the name Nash. You don't know the full name, or at least you couldn't remember at the time. 18. This is indeed the correct Nash.
Okay, so how's this gonna go is that, Acrid, suddenly Chrono rips the newspaper out of your hand incredibly fast after you point out the headline, and he would like stare at the headline very intensely before like slowly lowering the newspaper and just going, "Oh, he's alive. Cool."
By the way,
He like kind of slowly gives it back to you, Malice. It just says,
There might be a piece of that missing because Moss has a good grip on shit when he's holding it. like that's the thing. Like Mollis has a really high athletics, so when he's holding something, it's a bitch to get it out of his hands.
let me roll something real fast. By the way, Usagi, you said you wanted to roll to see if you know this guy.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a history check. Let me roll something real quick.
Yeah,
Cool. So
There we
you're
go.
lucky. A portion of the paper that got
That's an 11.
torn was a piece that didn't matter.
Yeah.
It was an advertisement about a new cereal. You got an 11. Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like you hear the name, you're like Nasty. Where do I know that? It's on the tip of my tongue type of thing. But you just can't quite think of it at this moment. But yeah, that's your news for the day from the newspaper. As you have gotten information that 3 of the 5 warlords have been picked out and have been put into play. And Nash D is apparently out and about. And Mollus's interview with that tiger may have... We'll see how that impacts the world. We'll just see how that goes.
Oh boy, here we go.
Really quick, Chrono's passive insight is 13, so I think he would kind of pick up on Usagi trying to, like, basically remember the name Nash. And then he'll just kind of turn to you, Usagi, and says, So, that's my old teacher you're trying to recall information on, by the way.
Oh my. Oh my, interesting. You wouldn't have to know his last name, would you?
Do I?
So here's the fun thing. Go ahead and roll me one more history check, see if you can remember. Actually, no, you do remember the race, because that's one of the only things you already have known from the get-go, if I remember correctly. So you'd remember that satyrs don't have last names.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my thing off right there.
Yeah.
He would say, actually, satyrs don't exactly have last names from what I've learned.
What's the fucking D stand for?
That's the middle
Dick.
name. Yeah. D's the middle name. It's something that also, if you remember correctly, Chrono has. So.
Why would you have a middle name but not a last name? That's ridiculous.
Chrono kind of folds his arms together and says, Crap, it's been so long I forgot. He has that D name too. Well,
I don't have a middle or last name.
Oh boy.
totally Ooblex is here to
You like this loud voice.
Their booming
Oh,
voice.
Well, at least now I know I'm not secret. Well, at least I know I'm not secretly related to you.
I mean,
What?
we could be related. It could be related to any one of you.
Chrono kind of looks at you, Usagi, with like, oh, WTF expression. It's just like, what? What are
One
you
sec.
talking about?
1 sec, I need to reference my notes.
Yeah, no, right, there's that thing that you're talking. Yeah, I know exactly what he's on about.
I think I do too, but knowing Chrono, he would
I
probably.
need to
have
find the
forgotten.
thing.
Go for it. It might be in your pinned.
Okay. It's not.
I tried
oh,
to
wait.
help you.
No, people keep thinking that I'm descended from the great pirate DDD. Nobody, but no, it's a misnomer. Just because my last name begins with D doesn't mean I'm related.
Well, just recently I learned that apparently my father used to be a pretty serious pirate, bud.
I just realized. Would I know what race the DDD was?
Actually, an interesting thing about it is that nobody remembers what he even looked like.
Oh, great.
He was around for a very long time. And then there's the giant history gap, and that, may I remind you, the amount of history that was lost was during his pirate era. So
Okay.
everything about him has basically been lost. People just know that not only did he cause an insane impact on an insane amount of islands throughout the world, but on top of that, he basically left a legendary chest, aka the Inferno Vault, behind after his death. Or at least people have assumed he's dead. He might still be alive. Nobody really fucking knows. He went missing. So, they don't know what's happened to him. But they do know, what's interesting though, there is a person that does know. Because it is highly talked about throughout the world, it's common knowledge. 2 of the 3 emperors of the world, 2 of the 3 pirate emperors, used to be a part of his crew.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So there's 3 pirate emperors. Two emperors, 1 empress. I should actually re-mention that. And I will actually pull up their names here. You wouldn't know how they look, but I can pull up their names here for you, so you actually know what they sound like and who they are. So you would know that Yensai Gao and Fendel Soulheart used to be a part of his crew. The only emperor that wasn't a part of the crew was Cryodone D. Interfeller.
Huh.
But yeah, fun fact, remember the island Gao? That's named after that fucking emperor.
Gotcha.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Okay, world building. I got you. All right.
World building.
Oh boy.
Oh man. I
That'd
just
be
looked back
so
at the
jovial.
Discord channel where it says Issa's art gallery, and I saw Reed where he drew Usagi at the shape of a nuke, because I said I would nuke everybody if they missed today's session or was late, and he joked about eating it. So now there's just a nuke-shaped Usagi in the Discord.
Yeah, can you
Yep.
put it? Can you put it in OBS actually really
Let
fast?
me-
It's a really funny.
I'll-
It's pretty
drawing.
good.
I'll do it. Hold on. Let me save it and then media file. For any like audio listeners, I apologize. You should find us if you're watching on Spotify. Actually, hey, fun fact: Spotify. People who are on Spotify, we also have video on Spotify too. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're cool like that. Pretty crazy. Let me browser. No, image. I'm gonna name it an E because it's so special that it gets the name E. That's just how special it is. There it is. You know I ate it. Yep, that's the fucking image, guys.
Yep.
Oh
Okay,
man.
just kind of like wrap this little tidbit up.
Mhm.
Chrono would just like probably kind of cross his arms and just kind of say, "The day mystery continues, I guess. Nothing more to do now."
Hell yeah. By the way, you guys have 5 days of travel. If you wish to do anything within the travel, let me know. Otherwise,
Okay.
we will just continue to just bulldoze through the travel, because I don't want to bore y'all. So.
Please,
I'll find a
Hey, well,
boat.
I
please,
know
your
what-
voice will try to get smaller.
I won't
Okay,
find
well,
a
I know
boat.
what I'm.
Oh,
Okay, well, I know what I'm fucking doing.
Okay.
And that is attempting desperately to. The training of my new apprentice begins now.
Okay,
Oh, boy.
so we're gonna do 2 things, and we're gonna knock these out pretty quick, I feel like. So let's go ahead. Usagi, since you're gonna be trying to train Yoro, what are you trying to train her on, actually? Yori. What are you trying to train her on?
Trying to train her to not. Actually, I need to find out. Can she control whether she like turns invisible? It seems pretty abrupt.
So hers isn't invisibility, but rather teleportation.
Can she control it?
She can control it. It's just that when she gets nervous, she just is her like go-to like okay, I'm going by type of thing.
That's all right. That's what we need to. All right. That is what we need to work on, because
Controlling emotions, basically.
if you want to be a master thief, you can't just turn tail. I mean, so to speak. At the first sign of danger, you have to keep calm.
Yeah. I got that. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. So basically, you will be rolling wisdom. You'll be rolling a wisdom check for training.
There we go.
That's how that's gonna work. For Mollis, you wanted to go look for ships, right?
Ship. Yep.
Ship, just a singular ship. Understood.
I want ship or ships.
Okay.
I don't care. I
So-
will be looking.
All right.
Roll me a perception check.
Thank God.
And let me see what Mollusk, what Reed just got. You got a 14 on your wisdom check? Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it'll be like, obviously it'll take time for her to learn to properly control her emotions. It can't just be done within a day. But the training goes well. You're like it's like you're not going to see insane improvements just yet, but throughout the day, throughout the 5 days of travel, and then hopefully within the next travel, you might be able to help her really start controlling that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I just had a funny thought.
Mhm.
You want to know how to reset the emotional training process? Chrono takes his shirt off. Progress
Oh my
reset.
god.
I'm not going to, obviously. But that'd be really funny.
God, that would be great. Mollis, what'd you get for that perception check? Holy
Nat
shit!
20.
Oh,
Nat
damn.
20.
So, okay. So when you dive down into there, and I'm actually going to roll something here since you got a nat 20.
Yay.
Okay, so that's that. So, and what types are these? Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. You'll know when you get there, but I have... So you find 3 ships.
shit.
Underwater. They
You
are
mean,
kind of
oh,
like...
ship?
gonna
So
kill
they...
you. The escalation! Fucking, I'm going to kill you! Holy hell!
Then post immediately.
Oh, I love that. Okay. God, I
Oh
love
my
that.
god, that had no right to be that funny. Holy shit.
Alright.
I
Yeah.
need it to be known, I didn't even hear Issa say, I'm going to kill you. All I heard was, you do crazy, and then I saw Issa's icon light up, and then you two died.
Okay. So here.
And then I heard the escalation to, I'm going to kill you, and I'm like, fucking what? What did I miss?
That's what she said. I'm going to kill you.
Death.
I mean, I was more laughing at the demon you released, but you know.
This is the second time you've made me lose my shit like this.
I'm just saying the most. I'm just saying what's on the top of my head, you know.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
it's just that.
I'm glad-
My humor.
I'm glad murder is the first source to solve a problem. It's just kill the problem. There's no longer an issue.
I think you're.
I'm pretty sadistic.
Yeah. It's sad, the
Fun
scary
fact.
thing is that she can own up to it. She could kill someone.
Oh
Yes.
no.
Oh, yeah.
But due
Yeah.
to laws and I don't
Hold
want to
on.
go to jail, they don't want me to
Yeah.
have fun.
We're not supposed to cut a jail, so we need you for content.
Yeah.
Shit!
Issa jail arc.
Oh no.
Hold
Okay.
on, guys. I'm
that-
shooting from
that-
federal prison.
Visitation hours, like whoever's visiting her just has like a computer and a microphone. Roll 20 built up,
Okay.
playing through like the screen.
God. All right, we need to get back on track here. Right. So,
Okay.
sir, you, shiny man with blue eyes. You don't have blue eyes. I don't remember. Right. So you found
I'm looking
3 of
around
them.
to see who you're talking to.
I don't remember what eyes you have IRL. Okay, so here's the thing, right? Oh man. So here's the thing. You have 3 ships to pick from. Which one are you going to first? Left, right, or middle? That's how we're gonna label this to make it easier on you.
Oh,
They're not
Oh,
exactly
like
left, right, or
a
middle,
left
but
one.
that's just how I'm labeling, so you know which one to pick from. Because there's basically 2 that were
the
like
first one.
Okay, cool. First one, gotcha. All right, cool. So you're gonna swim towards that one. These all look to be pretty destroyed. They were probably in a fight with each other, is my guess, or at least your guess. So you can swim down to this one. Now you did get a nat 20 on your perception. So what I'm going to allow is that you'll be able to get an advantage in investigation check.
Okay.
My favorite D&D check.
Could I have grabbed Mr. Whiskers as well to be a clownfish again?
Yeah. So you grab Mr. Whiskers, and he's going to try and help out. As he is, what type of fish are you this time, man? Are you a big or small fish? Why did you pick a big fish? What fucking fish are you? Okay, gotcha. He's a hammerhead.
Oh my god. Well, at least I don't gotta worry about sharks.
Yeah. Yeah, so Mr. Whiskers is in a fucking hammerhead form, just swimming around this wreck. You guys can go look around and roll me that investigation check. You'll roll the same. Damn. He did not roll well. He got a dirty 10 on his, so he's not going to find much. But what about you? 18? Or 15?
18.
Oh, okay.
18.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
got
yeah, because advantage. Dude, I even told you. I don't know why I forgot. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. All right.
Man, you gave me advantage. You're like, the fuck you doing? Oh, wait.
Yeah,
you
no,
rolling
actually,
twice for.
that legit what just happened there, actually. Okay. So, here's the thing, right? So, you go through this, and you got an 18. Ooh, okay. Okay, cool, interesting. So you find a chest, and this one is easily unlockable, so you don't need to bring it up. There is a bag of 500 rupees.
Oh god, wait.
And
It's gonna be a lot more annoying to distribute.
I mean, you found it. You don't have to distribute it to anybody, technically speaking. It's really up to you. And you also found a dust of disappearance bottle.
Oh no.
But
I don't need that.
it has it has a little label on it saying in parentheses may cause sneezing.
Got it. Got it.
Oh boy.
Got it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. So
okay,
that's what
okay. I'm just gonna add dust disappearance to my inventory.
Hell yeah. So you may go.
I hope that's not what I'm afraid it is.
Oh good lord.
There's a thing I've done to Nits, and this might be him getting back at me. I don't know. There is a shot, because this is an item that also has a scam item attached to it. That is, Miles doesn't know that. He goes just neat and just takes it.
Oh man. So here's the thing, right? I'll go and tell you. So like when you're going through the ship, you can kind of pick up this as probably a pirate ship in the past, just because of like there's like random rusted cutlasses that that really wouldn't be of use. They'd snap pretty quick. And there is like a Jolly Roger that is pretty torn up, and you can see that like the color is faded basically, and the Jolly Roger itself almost faded because of how long it's been in the water. So you can tell this was the ships here probably were like pirates versus maybe a navy or merchant ship, most likely, or it might have just been a random traveler. But you have because the ship's always on the move. You have time for one more ship. So which ship do you want to go to?
Fuck.
Second or third?
Okay, can I tell Mr. Whiskers to go to the third while I go to the second?
You can. I will allow that. So yeah, Mr. Whiskers will go to the third, you'll go to the second. What do you find? You got a 19, Mr. Whiskers. That was natural. Alright, Mr. Whiskers.
The reason I'm saying that is because it's like, okay, well, since I know we only have this amount of time, go over there. If you don't find fuck all, it's fine. Just go.
Alright. Hell yeah. Alright, and go and roll me your investigation again for it.
Do I have advantage or just a flat, not one roll?
This would just be your one roll. That first one got investigation with advantage because I didn't want your, your nat to go for unuse. You got a 16. Whee. That's still good. Okay, cool. So what you will find is that you will find with a 16, 400 rupees.
Yay.
And you would find a ring of ice resistance.
Okay. I'm gonna...
Yeah.
Neat. So that's a ring of... Oh boy. Ring of cold. There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Whoa.
You would see that Mr. Whiskers comes swimming back over to you. And in his mouth, because he doesn't have arms right now, is a hat. And it is, you can't tell quite what's different about this hat, but there's something about this hat that just isn't normal. Because despite
I'll
being
take
in
that.
water for so long, nothing's changed to it.
I'll take the hat. Can I roll Arcana?
You can roll
Oh,
Arcana
boy.
as a monk. Go for it.
Okay, I actually have proficiency in that.
Huh. Okay.
I actually have proficiency in Arcana. Nat 20!
Okay. So you're gonna. Okay, hold on.
What the fuck did you do? Oh my god, is that another nat 20?
He got another
Yes.
nat 20.
I looked away for 1 minute.
So
What's with the
Usagi.
music?
That's great.
you.
Usagi.
Oh
What?
god. Oh, I actually messed up my
Oh,
throat with that
man.
last.
Why the fuck are we playing sad Ace Attorney music now?
You're about to find out. So
Praise God.
there's a few things that you realize with this nat 20 Arcana check.
Oh my god.
First of all, is the hat. This is a hat of vermin. So
Okay.
basically, you'll be able to bring out things like toads, frogs, little rats, things like that, out of it. That's a fun little
Okay.
fact. Second of all, you realize that ring is a little bit more than just a normal ring. You,
Oh.
even with a nat 20, because you are a monk, can't quite place exactly what it is. But you do realize that there is some fucking dark magic on this thing. And if you attune to it, there's a shot you might not be able to take it off.
I'll get someone to
Ew.
check that before I mess with that.
I'm
Yeah.
not fucking touching that thing.
Me neither.
The
I
third
already got
thing,
my own hat.
the third thing that you realize is that you can feel, almost as if there is something pretty fucking dark. It is a very dark magic that seems to be radiating from this entire fucking ship. And from what you can tell, it seems to be asleep. Whether if you choose to try and investigate that is up to you. But I will warn you this. This is dark magic, and it is asleep. If you awaken it, it could be a creature, or it could be a trap spell. It could be literally anything. So this is my heads up to you. It is a fuck around and find out.
Mollis, how ballsy we feeling today, bud?
Oh god, no, we're not leaving this with RNG, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Yep.
You're not.
Actually, I do. This is how I play my characters.
This is how he
Oh.
does
Is he
it.
gonna die?
Oh.
This is also how I DM.
Yes.
This is how I
Oh,
play as
God.
well.
Oh my god. Fucking really? I get
Yes.
your stuff if you die! I called
You can't
dibs.
get it. You can't come down here and get it. I'm gonna get it.
Oh no,
And-
you're right!
And guess who got all the reward money?
Oh.
Oh, I'm so mad.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
So are you going in?
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Mollis
You are?
sits there.
Okay.
Just no, let me finish. Let me finish.
Nice, what are you doing?
I got cut off by the dying people.
Okay. Okay.
Mollis is going to sit there for a moment, realize how fucked. Like he's like sitting there like, that's magic. That's a lot of magic. I am not a magical being. We're leaving.
So here's something that you will now realize. You are within this magic's domain. You are
Okay.
going to need to roll me a few things.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So you don't set this off when leaving.
Oh boy, here we go.
Mollis is... Oh god. Okay, I might need to get... I shouldn't have brought Mr. Whiskers down here.
Yeah, Mr. Whiskers is also going to have to succeed this.
Oh no!
Because
Oh,
he is within
no.
the range.
Oh, Spaghetti-O.
So here's what
I'm
you'll
so
need-
sorry, bud.
Here's what you'll need to do. You're going to need to roll me an Arcana check, a stealth check, and or a sleight of hand.
Okay.
So
This
you,
is not good.
so
Oh,
Arcana
boy.
is one of the things you have to roll, and then you can either choose between a sleight of hand or a stealth. I'll be
Okay.
rolling for him. Okay. And okay, I know
I'm
my
just gonna
answer to
say-
Whiskers.
I'm gonna tell you this: if Mollis gets out and Mr. Whiskers doesn't, he's turning around.
I
He's gonna
understand.
have to at that point. 'Cause he's like, God, fucking, that's my fault. I mean, no, I'm not leaving you to die.
Oh no!
Oh God! All right, here's my Arcana. Nat 1.
No!
So,
Oh no!
you want to know what's interesting?
Hmm.
Mr. Whiskers also rolled a nat 1.
What?
All right.
On
We're going
Arcana
down
as
together.
well.
We're going down, motherfuckers. See
Are
you
we
later.
Are we
So-
serious? Are we seriously getting 2 character deaths?
So here's what happens, right? Oh boy. Okay. So for everybody else, I'm not gonna move to the DMVC because you're gonna see some repercussions from this. So you will
Oh,
kind of
God.
know what happens. So here's the thing. You start to feel, not feel, I would say. Actually, no, feel would be the word for it. Because there is like a vibration within the waves. It's almost like as if the currents have become violent. And the ground, the ocean floor, begins to shake. And you can hear Mollis, and same for Mr. Whiskers, as the opening, as basically, the best way I can put this, is the seafloor itself begins to open.
What in God's name?
Oh.
And
Yes.
you can hear this crackling just as this ship begins to plummet into this
God's
hole
name?
that begins to open. And you hear a
Ah.
booming voice. Everyone can hear this, both in the water and out of the water.
Alice, what did you do?
Can hear a booming voice. As you hear a man say, I'm free.
Ah, shit.
And Mollis, you
Sup, bud?
will be rolling me a dex save. And this is the same for Mr. Whiskers.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Okay. I'm sorry. Really quick.
I'm so good.
I think it's pretty
Oh God.
obvious to everyone on the ship that something is clearly wrong here.
Mm-hmm.
So Chrono is gonna run up to Pike really quick and says, "Please tell me there's a rational explanation for this."
I know nothing of this. The way none of this makes sense. The ocean doesn't react like this. Normally, the only
Okay.
time eruptions or anything like this happens is because of underwater volcanoes, but a booming voice doesn't make sense.
Fuck. Okay, listen.
Priorities.
Can you go down and see if they need help? I can take the wheel.
Yeah, he's immediately hopping off and he's connecting in with Hive Mind, but go and roll me that deck
Oh,
save
boy.
because this is definitely coming into play before he's going to be able to even jump off board.
Okay. So. Okay. So, oh boy. Fuck. Here we go. So I got an 11.
Okay.
If Mollis, if I can flavor this if possible, Mollis would probably. I rolled his priorities. If his priorities, if this makes sense, he would probably be trying to slam Mr. Whiskers out of the way of whatever's coming.
Oh
Ye-
boy.
Okay.
Because his priorities was this is my fault, I brought us down here. If anyone's suffering repercussions, it's gonna be me.
So because of this, I will give Mr. Whiskers advantage on his deck save.
Which I guess is a good flavoring for me failing the deck save.
Yep. Sadly, though, he is still going to fail. You won't even get to him in time to be able to knock him out of the
Alright.
way.
Oh, good Lord.
As you see, as soon as his voice begins to ring out of this hole, you see almost like a light begin to emerge from this hole. as you hear a blast. It sounds like something starting to come out of this really fast. And for everybody else, all they hear is a blast as a pillar of fire, a 60-foot wide sphere pillar of fire erupts out of the ocean, enveloping Mollis and Mr. Whiskers.
Oh, Lord. Oh, no.
And I am going to roll something here.
Oh, God, we dead?
That, and that. Okay. So, as the two of you will both be taking 51 fire damage. And I don't think you have the health for that.
I sent Pike after them. Pike could theoretically rescue them.
So,
What's the
Can Pike even enter the water?
I don't know.
so here's the thing.
I have 17 hit points.
Here's you're about to find out. So when you see Pike dive into this water as this fire begins to erupt out, and fire's very hot, this water warms up real fucking fast. As soon as you hear Pike go in, you hear him almost immediately after begin screaming in agony.
Fuck.
As you can see, because even though you were at this wheel, you can still kind of see him off the side, and Ubux, you can definitely see this as well as Usagi. You can see where blood is coming from where he just went in. As you see him scrambling to get to the ship to climb up. As you can see that his skin basically immediately began melting.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh.
Hey man, what's the big idea?
Yes.
Yeah,
I fucked up.
But
Kinda did.
you can hear him. You can hear him just breathing through his teeth, just going. The hive mind's gone. The hive mind's gone. Mollis.
Oh my god.
When you get enveloped in this fire, your sight goes white immediately. As you feel like your body, for these first 2 seconds, has been dipped in literal lava. It feels like you were used to the hot waters. You were born in the blood sea. But despite that, you feel like you are being burned alive. And you can feel the very bones and muscles, every portion of your body being incinerated. And everything goes still for you.
What the fuck, man?
Oh.
Usagi. And everyone
Okay.
else. Here's what you guys would know. You have heard a voice. And right after that pillar of fire, you would see something begin to rise out of the waters. As you will see...
Could Mollis have done one thing right in that last second?
Possibly. He had 2 seconds to try and do something. That would technically be a bonus action.
And it's he would have called out to and just fully shouting in his mind. He would have called out to Ivine, the demon, the devil.
Okay.
And he said, I want to make a deal. Like instant of, I will give you my soul. I don't care.
So
I will sell my soul for this.
your body, right? Okay. So your body, as soon as you say that in your mind, it is gone from this realm. we will get back to you on that in a second.
I have the soul contract.
You do.
By the way, just want to say really quick, I'm sorry if I was a little bit too harsh about it earlier. I just genuinely, I'm just as surprised as you are, to be completely honest.
I'm
Yeah.
so confused.
I didn't mean to, like, yeah.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I left it up to fucking dice because I like doing that. But also,
Fair.
like, Mouse did roll to fucking get out of here, but nat 1.
Yeah.
Okay, just, okay.
mhm.
I feel like, from Chrono's perspective, after Pike comes back onto the ship, and Chrono just kind of sees, well, to put it simply, how fucked up he looks. He just kind of suddenly collapses to his knees, and he just says, "What?"
He is, and I want to mention this, he is missing so much flesh
Oh, good lord.
as it has been burned away. There is, like, you're seeing, like, in so many portions of his body, you're seeing, like, the third layer of skin, which is not what you should be seeing. He is bleeding profusely.
And that's the healer.
Mm-hmm. That's your doctor.
Can he heal himself?
He can try. He's gonna have to. As you see, as I was mentioning before, something begins to rise out of the waters. And you see a giant, not just a giant, a titan,
Oh,
begin to rise. As you see a titan that is made out of bone marrow.
What in God's name?
Just purely out of the skeletons from the undersea.
holy shit! That's
And
insane.
he is just like, he has this one left eye. No right eye, but he has this one left eye that is this burning fire color. Like, it's purely made by the fire. And his
I'm just
body
gonna
is
reflexively turn invisible.
engrossed. Hmm?
I'm just gonna reflexively turn invisible.
That's so fair.
I'm gonna grab Yori and drag her behind a pillar and turn invisible.
It's fair.
At this point, Chrono kind of goes from being on his knees to just sort of like, you know how like people just kind of like fall backwards and start kind of like backing up? That's essentially what he does to like part of the fence of the ship. He's
Yeah.
terrified.
So you would see Pike, he is completely unable to do anything at this point. He's got to get himself patched up. He can't even spend time worrying about that Titan.
So fair.
He would just prop himself up on the side, just trying to patch himself up. You would see that immediately Karori's running over to try and get a hold of the wheel, to try and take over, because at this point you need someone getting you the fuck out of here.
Fair.
And you would see Benjamin, who's up near the front area, he just stands there. There is no reaction.
Odd.
It is more of a reaction of... It doesn't... I mean, you've known him well enough. It's that same reaction he had with the Shade, with Limidius, sorry. Which was just the sheer outright... doesn't know if he can even move his body right now type of reaction.
Fight, flight, and freeze.
Yep. And the dwarf, again, it's one of those things where the dwarf is just immediately just trying to see what he can do. He's just trying to look around, see if he can find any sails. Like making sure if he can do anything to get you guys out of here at this point.
Can I paddle to get us? Can I paddle to move us faster? Is that an option?
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do? Because that sure as fuck is not something I can fight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, what you see him doing is because of these waves that have been created by it, you see him start yelling to Corey, "Turn! Turn! Go with the currents! This is our only good shot!" And he's going to begin turning the sails as well to help hopefully work with the wind and the currents to try and get away from this. Ublex, what are you doing?
I'm gonna help them
Wiggle
turn.
your body. Wiggle your body to
Alright.
make wind.
Actually,
Win?
Yeah.
really quick.
Wiggle your body. You're big enough to create air currents.
Really quick, Nits. Could I do a medicine check on Pike actually?
You can.
Okay. That's a 15. So like, after like Corey gets on the wheel, Chrono kind of like snaps out of it for a brief second. He's like having a hard time moving, so he just kind of throws himself down the stairs.
Yeah.
And manages to crawl over to try to help Pike out, essentially.
Okay. So what you'll do is you'll just start like taking rags that you have on you just on hand, because otherwise you'd have to go run off, go grab a first aid kit, all that stuff, and that's gonna be in lower deck. So because you've chosen to do it like this, what you do is you'll take some rags and you'll just kind of like wrap them around like some of the areas, trying to at least stop some of the bleeding. Is essentially what you're trying to do. While he's just basically trying to apply as much form of cure wounds as he can to himself. But you can see that his hand is fucking shaky.
Throughout the like process where Chrono's trying to apply the rags down, he's kind of like frantically muttering something like, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, oh God, I'm so sorry," as he does it.
It's fine. By the way, Ublex, something that you'll hear. As you're like working on these sails, stretching your, which actually, weirdly enough, because you are massive right now, is still at a total of 18 feet with 15 extra from the water. This actually works in your favor right now, because what you're able to do is you are able to single-handedly do this entire area while the dwarf deals with the front sails, while you deal with the like bigger sails, the ones in the like back area, basically single-handedly, because you can just stretch your whole body around, just doing both sides at once. But you can hear the lieutenant just go, "Oh God, what is that? Titan?"
Yeah, so get out of here.
Oh God, here we go.
Fucking damn it! No, not the time.
But yes, essentially, the Titan has risen. It does not seem to be.
No one else has risen.
Huh?
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
God.
God, okay, cool. So yeah, you guys will begin to, unless you are going to try and fight a fucking burning Titan. Yeah, you're going to try and reroute. And the Titan doesn't seem to pay attention. It's more concerned about the fact that it's awake now. It's been brought out of a stasis hibernation that was forced on it. Now.
Well, look on the bright side. They'll be too busy dealing with this to come after us.
That's one way to look at it.
I guess so.
Yori doesn't say much. For once, she's actually speechless.
So is he. So is Usagi, really. It's like, this is way beyond his like personal wheelhouse.
This is just basically an Eren Yeager Attack on Titan moment right here.
So I'm going to grab Acrid, and we are going to be back in a bit. We're gonna have a little conversation because you've chosen to sell your soul. All right. I'm gonna be honest. This is not the way this session was supposed to go.
Yeah. I've already did it. I've already done courtesy of rolling Mollus's priorities.
Yep.
On who he's trying to get back here.
I gotcha.
If he can get both, that'd be great. And if he gets no power from it, that's fine.
I understand.
Yeah.
So you wake up. You regain sight as your eyes were beginning to lose all ability to see in that moment. And you were lying on the ground of his domain, of Ivanine's domain. Now, you remember, I'm hoping,
I remember Ivanine, yes.
Yes, you remember Ivanine. He has that very weird form of ground where it looks like water, but it's not actually water.
Yeah, that's very cool.
There is ripples that are like basically being created from your body lying there. And while normally in a god or devil's domain, normally you have a regeneration process unless you're fighting them. Because he's brought you literally from the brink of death, you can't feel your body. You can't move your muscles. You can't see still.
Yeah.
You are blind technically right now. And he would look to you and just go, "So you have chosen to sell your soul?"
Yes, and it's... I fucked up. I know that. I don't know what I've done, but I fucked up.
You have released a very old titan. And you can see him kind of groan at the release of that titan. And he would just go, "It's not your fault, but that titan isn't remembered by anyone for a reason. He was held back and sealed away by a very well-known pirate. And now he's been brought back. So for your soul, what do you wish?"
I doubt you can put him back.
Even
Nothing to
for
get.
me, that is out of my power.
That's why I assumed that. But my selling of my soul is not as a sort of to gain power or to guarantee my own survival. Someone went down there with me. And I
The
was
cat.
wondering, yes. He didn't need to be there. And I guess the thing is that I want to ensure that if possible, he gets sent back to them and the majority of possibly my stuff, or if it's still within reach, me. But I want at least him to get back. It's my fault he was down there. He didn't deserve to die.
I will bring back your friend, but I cannot guarantee what he will be like when he is brought back. As after all, he will be enchanted with demonic. So whatever he comes back as, I can't do much about it.
Will he still have his mind?
That I can say yes. As for you, I never take a soul if they do not get to live. If I am not able to recover your body, then I will not take your soul. I will send you to Koskin, the god of death. But give me time. It will take time to mend your body. So,
If you can, if he was like, if you can revive me and him, then I will fight for you if you need me in anything. I need not your power if I don't deserve it, but you can have my soul. If you'll save him, and if not me, then him. So yeah, Mollis, if he can, basically Mollis confirms that if he can bring back Mollis and Mr. Whiskers.
Yeah.
Priorities Mr. Whiskers.
Yep.
Then he will happily fight for the demon or the devil. 100%. He will hold that debt until he completes it.
Understood. Essentially, he has agreed to this pact confirmation. He has said that if he is not able to bring you back, he will basically refuse to take your soul. You will be given to the god of death, and you will either be reborn, sent to hell, or sent to nirvana, or one of the 7 heavens.
I think Mollis is going to hell. Like, he might look like, man, it's deserved, but that's a lot of murder. Like,
Yeah.
like, brother, like, I get it, it's your race, but like, at the end of the day, damn, like, that's a lot of murder. That's a lot of people.
Oh yeah. We are going to head back.
I'm just gonna mute up.
Yeah, that is completely fair.
So I'm out for the session, I'm guessing.
For the session, you will be out, and I do apologize. That was insanely unlucky, and I want to mention this was not the plan for the session at all.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad I can fuck things up that much.
Yeah.
Also, I was happy to introduce these people to just how little. Like, it's not like I don't like this character. I don't like my characters. I want everyone else to know that.
Yeah.
I truly base it off of what is my character's resolve. But I, as a player, am biased. I want my character to survive.
Yeah.
So I roll. How are you feeling? Are you confident that you can handle this? He rolled a fucking 2, everybody. He was like, nah.
Yeah. It's fair.
So,
all right.
yeah.
We're gonna hop back. It is up to you if you wish to stay within the voice channel. I would hope you would, so you know at least what's gonna go on.
I will just server mute.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I'm dead. I'm server muted until I'm brought back, or I'm gone forever, or until maybe if Mollis is gone for good, then
we'll figure something out
in his place.
Yeah. All right, back over.
Oh boy.
Hello, everybody.
He gets busy. I mean, not in that way.
Busy.
Wait.
Busy.
Oh my god, there's a
Why is
pin
Acrid
post.
server muted?
I don't know what you mean.
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know what you mean.
Nix, what are you doing?
What do you mean? So it has been declared. He has made a deal with Evanine. But he will be out for the rest of the session. So he has been server muted till then. I cannot give any further details. But
Did he want to retire his character or something and like?
no, I want to mention, this was not the plan for the session in the slightest. Y'all stumbled upon something that was planned for like level 20, y'all. And because eventually I had a plan to like, maybe like I was going to be like, okay, yeah, maybe later on. Like this will be a future thing. This is like a random encounter thing that can happen. I rolled for like what was, the encounter chance. Nat 1. He went into the ship. Cool. He got his loot. Cool. And then got into, that's why like I made that option of like, you can go to 2 or 3. He went to 2 and sent Whiskers to 3. I was like, fuck, okay. I tried to give him a workaround. He didn't get to it.
Oh, great.
And it just escalated from there.
Gotcha.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So what happens now?
Well, basically, you guys will continue for the next, I'd say, 4 or 5 hours, rerouting away from the Titan before you'll continue to try and head to the island that you were supposed to have gone to, because that's the only island that your, North Post is going to continue to send you to.
Oh, great.
So you will have to go to Extracts. That's the only way that you know how to get there. Unless you want to go aimlessly throughout the ocean, there's a good shot that you could starve and not have enough rations.
Okay, so that's a bad idea. Okay.
It is a really bad idea in an ocean.
Plus, not to mention, Mollis technically already knows where we're going, so like he could also theoretically meet up with us later, assuming he is not in literal hell.
Yeah, it's assuming that he's not dead. I, as a person, cannot, like, tell you exactly what has happened, obviously. And also, I should mention that while I said that he has tried to make a deal with Evanine, it does not mean that it went through. So that is also something to keep in mind. There is a shot, Mollusk does not come back. That being said, we're gonna hop back into this. You guys spend the next 5 hours just sailing.
I'm going to presume that we're just all in complete silence, essentially.
I would imagine so. Karori has not said a word. Pike is literally just unconscious for the next few hours, just trying to rest.
Okay, he stabilized. That's important.
Yes, he did stabilize. But those burn wounds, that's gonna leave a scar. Like, just to give you an idea of like how bad it was, all the, like, the robe stuff he wears and all that was fucking scorched. So yeah, it's pretty bad.
In that case, since Chrono knows that he's stabilized, he's gonna, for anyone who can notice him, like, based on the expression alone, to say he looks dead inside would be the understatement of the year. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a very traumatized kind of expression. And he's just gonna kind of head inside, and he is just gonna go into the storage room, and he's just gonna kind of sit there. Not really sure how to process what
Do we have
just
any
happened.
alcohol?
What'd you say?
Do we have any alcohol?
Oh yeah, no, the dwarf is
Oh, wait.
actively like downing alcohol right
no.
now.
Wait, no, I have a better idea. Do we have any lettuce?
You know what?
We have cabbage.
Yeah, you have cabbage, not lettuce right now. I was gonna ask. I was about to ask the chef what they had in rations right now. Yeah, no
So
lettuce.
sorry.
Benjamin would probably be downstairs if
Okay,
anyone.
not cabbage. Cabbage gives rabbits diarrhea.
Yeah, that's not recommended.
Nice.
Oh,
Time to give
God.
laxatives to Dorky.
Oh!
He like shit like around like those little pellets, dude.
God.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna go get wasted.
That's fair. Benjamin will also just kind of be upper deck, just kind of like looking off to the side. Dwarf's gonna be drinking near upper deck. Corey's gonna be continuing to drive the ship. Lieutenant's still tied up. And Yori's probably going to go to the bedroom area and just fucking
Understandable.
cry.
That's so valid.
God,
On second thought, I should probably attempt to comfort. I mean, you know, I'm going to drag her on this fucking ship in the first place.
that is true.
I'm going to just go to where the bedroom is and just knock a little bit.
So you would hear just a very quiet come in.
I'm gonna open the door. Sorry about that. I invited you onto the ship only for this to happen.
Is he dead? He's not dead, is he?
We didn't find the body.
So
And
there's
in my line of work, that means there's a chance.
right. Yeah, there's a chance, and same for Mr. Whiskers.
Probably.
I know his magic only lasts for a certain amount of times, but as long as he's with Mollusk, he'll be fine. Oh, God.
I don't know.
There isn't much that she'll really say, but it is just a genuine concern of, is he alive? That is the base question that she would just continue to ask over and over, essentially.
I don't know the answer, unfortunately.
Yeah. Sadly, nobody's gonna know that.
Is this just gonna lead to... Okay, I guess, I guess I'm just gonna leave her there if she's not gonna say anything else. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where when it comes to loss, everybody's gonna handle it differently. And from what you can understand just by, like, being there even for just a few minutes with her, it's a denial repetition of just, is he dead? No, he can't be dead. Is he dead? No, he can't be. It is that repetitive cycle of fuck.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Usagi's gonna go get drunk now.
Fair. Yeah.
Actually, I did think of something
Mm-hmm.
I want to do. Chrono wants to call a meeting of the ship, essentially.
Oh, great.
Okay.
It's gonna be very brief.
At this point, Usagi's already, like, downed a couple glasses.
That's fair.
So, like, Chrono would just kind of, basically how he would do it is he would just kind of, like, go up to everyone individually and just say, main deck, meeting, now.
Oh, great.
Alright.
So he would kind of, like, try to instruct, I mean, Pike is still unconscious, Pike is still out, so he's,
Yeah.
I mean, that's perfectly understandable,
I
his
guess so.
absence.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I guess
Pike.
I guess I'll get Yori out here. Great.
Um,
Great, now my apprentice is traumatized. That's lovely.
Alright, Chrono is gonna kind of turn back to Corey really quick, and he was like, okay, she's within earshot. Once everyone's gathered together, Chrono crosses his arms and says, okay, I never done one of these before, but I don't know the status of, or just what happened in general. I'm scared, just as most of you probably are. And I don't have a plan right now. Currently, we need to regroup the island we're going to. For the time being, do whatever you need to get your minds back in order. I will certainly be doing something similar. That is all. And at that note, Chrono's just kind of unfold his arms, and he's just gonna kind of walk back inside to the bedroom area after he's thought about what Malice said, and he kind of realized that, okay, I do not know if I have what it takes to be a good leader, but right now it is my responsibility to help everyone out, at the very least a little bit. So he's just gonna kind of flop on the bed that he had and just sort of sit there, kind of motionless. Or lay there, yeah.
Usagi's gonna go look for his stuff. Did he leave any of it, or did he take it all with him?
Mollis, from what I understand, kept most of his stuff on him.
God damn it!
If Acrid,
This
I don't know
isn't
if
just for me. This isn't just for me. This might be, it's for the sake of the crew as well.
yeah, man, yeah, for sure. Acrid, if you are still here, do you want to answer
I haven't
that?
left.
Okay, cool.
I want left. So, okay. So let me check something. So, I'm checking what items Mollis would have left.
I'm just taking inventory here. I'm not taking it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let me do some math.
What, you don't believe me?
You know?
Jesus, shut the fuck up.
I don't know. I went for Wisdom Dog. I don't know what Issa was going for, but
Animal Crossing.
How did I not get that? I love Animal Crossing.
Okay, so he'd left his pickaxe on the deck
Okay.
just because he
Okay.
wouldn't have needed it underwater. He at least assumed he
Okay.
wouldn't have.
Mhm.
The
Okay.
bone glaive he took from the knoll is there.
Don't need that. Okay.
A veteran's cane was next to his bag. Or next to his bed. And on his bed,
Hmm.
you would actually have seen his journal.
I'm gonna pocket that.
Alright.
Okay.
Just that. Because I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it later and
Yeah,
inform the crew if there's anything interesting.
fair enough. He has a full Google Doc. If
I
you
will
wish to, Acrid, you can send it to him. Just all I ask is that you, whenever you have Usagi choose to read it, just let me know in session. Don't do it at a session, obviously, but you know.
Okay.
I will. It's not done yet, but I will send that to you. I can tell
Yeah.
you if when you look through it what you would find. That's what we're gonna have to do for that one.
Yeah, okay, so you're still working on it. Gotcha.
Yeah. I was not expecting that to come up yet.
Yeah.
That was one of those I rolled. Was the journal on you? Because he normally kept it on him. No, it was on his bed for once. So
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay, well, I'm just pocketing it for right now. I'll read it later.
okay.
Um,
Give me time.
before I forget, actually, quick retcon.
Mhm.
Before Chrono goes inside, he's gonna glance at Benjamin and just say, "Benjamin, a word inside."
You can
Uh-oh.
see that he has bags under his eyes. He'll nod.
Got it.
His I want to mention this. He hasn't said a word, but you can tell that this is fucking messed with him. Cause it's that thing of where if you cry enough, your eyes start to kind of reddish. And normally you'll have these like dark underlinings underneath your eyes. He's gotten that essentially.
Hmm.
But he would follow you.
So, as I get inside, Chrono, whose back is still turned, it's you can kind of tell from the body language. Chrono's like trying really hard to say something. Okay. Quick question.
Mm.
What kind of furniture would be inside as like Chrono and Benjamin walk in?
Did you just walk into directly to the first room and not go any further? That's the kitchen. So you have like these two dining room tables, like very small, like circular dining room tables where you can fit like two people over on it that have been like nailed to like the floor. So you have like the four chairs that are nailed to the floor, the two tables, and then you have the countertop with like the cooking area basically.
Okay. So Chrono is going to effectively smash one of the tables, and he will just say, "What the fuck was that?"
Mate, I wish I knew. I really do wish I knew. I fucked
Where
up.
needs to go?
I wish I could. He and I made a promise, and I couldn't even hold my own end of the bargain. He's been out here trying to help me out, trying to help you out, trying to help out the crew, trying to make sure everybody was going to be safe. And the one time he's in danger, and I can't even do anything.
Oh, Ben.
Chrono turns to face him, and his back is up to the wall, and he just kind of like slides down to the floor, and he just goes, I was helpless again. Why do I keep feeling so helpless? Ben, I tried really hard to take your advice. Malice was really the first friend I feel like I've made in a long time, and
Yeah.
there was nothing I could do. And I don't know where Mr. Mittens is. I was the one who asked him to join us. It could be dead. And I almost got Pike killed. What am I doing?
Mate, a lot of this is out of my control. It's a lot out of your control. When you gave that order to Pike, that pillar of fire hadn't come up. The timing of that was unlucky. But I understand how you feel, cause I failed on everything, mate. I couldn't even protect the damn ship. Mr. Whiskers had to do most of that. Despite how long the two of us have lived, we don't know a bloody hell of the thing we're doing.
You got that right.
I'm trying to look on the optimistic side here. I really am, but right now I feel like I'm just baggage. I'm sorry.
I've tried really, really hard to not let others say things to get to me, but this is the first time I felt like they're actually right. That my entire existence is cursed. After seeing that, almost 3 people I know, but
It's not your existence that's cursed, mate. It's fucking world. Nothing about this world is okay. Nothing. I haven't known a single bloody person in my life that hasn't had a normal fucking life. Even the one, your mother was a baker. She chose to go with a pirate. That's not a normal life. But she could have had one. And even if she had, there's a good shot something else would have happened. No matter what, something always goes wrong in life. But I was not prepared for this, mate. I wasn't. And I wish I could try and talk you through and try and lift your spirits, but I'm gonna be frank, mate. I fucking failed. I made a promise. I made one bloody promise. And it was only on him. All of this pressure was put on him. And then when I can't even live up and even try to hold my end of the bargain. I can't even try to help him out when he got close to death. Because what happened? What happened? He's immediately incinerated. There's no way he's alive.
So, this
is life.
This is the world.
Ah, it's cold.
This is the world I never understood. I mean, I know I was naive growing up, and then I can't. All I can do is laugh at this point. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. You're telling me this little kid from Whiteside is gonna get godlike powers, freeze their best friend permanently, and see quite possibly one of the destroyers of this planet. Got it. So this is the world I have to accept. Got it.
Yeah, mate. This is the world. Whether you like it or not. It's not fun.
Is gonna get up at this point. He's just been kind of crying sporadically throughout the day. He looks like a mess.
Yeah.
And he just says, I'm going to be alone for a while.
It's fair, mate.
And he's gonna walk off to the bedroom, and kind of like what I said earlier, he just kind of flops there face first on the bed, and he does not say anything. He's motionless.
That is fair.
Forgot a thing.
You forgot a thing?
I forgot a thing. There is one more thing that was on Mollus's bed other than his journal.
Aw.
What?
His
What?
cloak. The cloak that
Yeah,
has
well-
the gems in it.
Gems, huh?
They can't be unsewn. I should mention that. You would.
Oh.
No, you
There would not be a way to undo them. Yeah.
Well, fuck. Okay, well, I'm not doing that. Just gonna leave that there.
Yeah.
Just take the journal and read it later.
God, what is this session was supposed to be like a high-paced, funny, good vibes session. What the fuck happened? What the
That
fuck?
happened. You're welcome, everyone.
Alex is just
I'm
gonna
here.
cook.
Fucking y'all think.
Yeah.
Y'all
Nitz, I'm going to
think.
point out that
Y'all
you're
think
allowed to fudge
fucking.
rolls.
Oh man.
Nitz, I'm going to point out that
You
you're allowed
can't
to fudge
fudge
rolls.
mine that one, bitch.
Oh man. God.
I'm just
Fudge
gonna
the random
say this
encounters.
for the audience out there. When Nitz and Acrid were in a separate VC, and the other three of us were just kind of there, there were like 2 really awkward long pauses because it was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, no, I know some people don't add random encounters to their stuff, including with as heavy story plotline as mine, but the way I see it is that, hey, that's extra fucking plot, man. Like, that's an extra story and a half. You can't say it wasn't!
I mean, that's certainly a curveball to throw at us, but we're still in the equivalent of the East Blue arc.
Teehee. So anyway, yeah, no, so you wanted to cook. So, essentially what they'll do is you'll see Benjamin, because, you're massive, you can't fit in the kitchen right now, Ublex. Benjamin, will kind of...
no
Yeah, you're too big right
Alex only cares about cooking. He doesn't give. He legitimately does not care whether he's alive or not.
It's,
Is there any?
it is
Is
fair.
there any?
Alex doesn't grasp the concept of loss yet.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna
fair.
point out that unfortunately Usagi's been at this business for a while and he's just numb to this. At this
And-
point, and he hasn't known Mouse long enough to really.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
Alex is like, when are we gonna get another one?
Unfortunately, sorry, Acrid. Usagi hasn't known this guy long enough when he's been mostly, kind of a jerk to really like be hit hard by this.
Don't worry,
It's-
Acrid.
I'm
I
sorry,
got
man.
you. Crota's very emotional over it.
Unfortunately, Usagi is not.
You're dealing with 2 completely different types of people. You're dealing with Chrono, who has not had a friend before in his life, and then the guy who has seen many people die. The difference...
He's been running around stealing constantly
Mhm.
and has undoubtedly seen people get arrested. A
Yeah.
lot.
I
To
will...
be
Yeah.
more
So-
specific, a new friend in over 350 years, but yeah, no.
Yeah. And Ublex, I mean, actually, to be fair, though, it would make sense for Ublex not to have any reaction, because just because of the sheer fact they've got to figure out what the fuck life is. Like, what does it mean to die to begin with, anyways? Like, do
Like
you
a
even
beauty boy.
Yeah, you gotta learn death before you can understand that.
They're like, when are we gonna get a new member?
Yeah.
Like,
so-
are they just gone? Oh well.
Damn. Yeah, so I said Benjamin, not Benjamin. The dwarf, Gildar, will basically go into the kitchen and pull out, like, a little grill that you can use, and you can just cook off there, essentially.
Yes! Benjamin, my motherfucking goat!
Not Benjamin, Gildar. I had said Benjamin by accident, and I recorrected myself saying Gildar. That's the dwarf. But yeah, the dwarf will basically just kind of like, get everything up and going for you so you have that to work with. But yeah. Are you gonna feed the hostage? Because Mollis is the only one ever doing that.
Are you gonna do it?
Alex doesn't care.
So
Fine,
no.
I'll do it
Gotcha.
Fine, I'll
Okay.
do it instead.
Alright.
Someone has to be the responsible one around here.
Alex doesn't know you have to eat to survive.
Fair enough.
Give me the food. There's a hostage downstairs, and I would rather not. We've already got kidnapping on the books. I would rather not have murder.
Yep. Oh, yeah,
What?
that reminds me. Well, actually, murder's already on the books. But that actually should
Yeah.
remind me. Technically, Ublex would know that you need to eat to survive, because technically plasmoids do have an organ system. It's just, it's not really easily visible.
I need food for the prisoner, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys will spend the next 5 days kind of just traveling to extracts. I'm going to cancel the thing I had planned for the travel.
That's fair.
Because that mood's been ruined.
I need some lettuce. I'm gonna need some lettuce.
Oh man.
The one time I don't make a prediction about Mollis dying, and look what happens.
Dude,
God damn it! God damn it! Did this ruin my prediction? God damn it! Did this ruin my prediction?
I don't know.
I'm gonna be so mad if it did.
Either way, you will eventually on the 5th day begin to arrive at Extracts. Extracts, as mentioned before, is a pretty well-forested island. It is not insanely massive, but they have 2 towns on this area. They don't have the towns named because at the end of the day, it's a small, island. But they have the port town, and then they have the town further in, which is kind of like technically their version of a downtown. That basically has, everything else. So port towns where you would get like any fishing supplies, where you would dock your ship at, and like where some of the coastal people live, but there wouldn't really be a whole lot there. You would go to downtown to do anything you need to do there. But it's
convenient.
yeah, but like just like as you're like approaching this island from afar, you can see the amount of greenery on this island. Because normally sometimes when you're approaching islands, because of like, people getting rid of forest areas so it can like, so they can build, it can look kind of like deforested or ugly. Hell, with the Crux Dynasty, something that you would remember as a good contrast, for example, Usagi, is that that there is a river that runs directly through the middle of the island, like basically almost splitting it in half. And there is it basically, the weird thing about this river is that it goes up a mountain that is built in the center of the island. And yeah, normally basically the dynasty has multiple towns that are attached on the island and living on coastal areas. The Crux Dynasty is pretty fucking big, but like, despite that, the areas where they have the towns built in are deforested, but they still keep it pretty like green and stuff. But there's definitely some other areas that you've been to in the past where they've just cut everything down, because wherever they've built, they've just like paved through, which is kind of what Whiteside did. Whiteside did have a few trees every once in a while, but the majority of the greenery was just removed in the areas where a town was at. Like, they still had a forest, but like a lot of it was just flat out fully removed. But that being said, you guys are approaching this area. You can land.
I'm gonna go grab your. I have an idea.
Okay.
I think I have an idea too, but
Where is she? Is she still like despondent?
She is currently, because it's like midday, everybody would be up on upper deck. So they would just kind of hanging out. Benjamin would have been driving at the time, Karoy would have been up front. Yeah.
Alright. I have an idea to further your training.
What is...
I'm going to go shopping. I want you to try to steal something from me throughout sometime in the day.
Can do. So you've put her up to trying to steal from you throughout the time. Cool.
So I have two things I want to do when getting off the ship. So first and most importantly, I want to go check up on Pike.
Yeah, Pike is the only one that isn't up on upper deck. He is staying just underneath, just resting. You can check on him. When you go downstairs, you can see that those burn marks, they look pretty fucking bad. it looks really bad. It is all over his body. We're talking like arms, legs, chest, face, neck, everywhere.
Got it.
He's not moving much for reasons, obviously.
That's insanely understandable.
Yeah, but yeah, he's just kind of there. I mean, like, if you wish to say anything to him, you can, but like, it's just that noticeable, like, you can see just from afar, like, I mean, he's recovering, but
I do want to check, or say something, so...
Okay.
Chrono would just kind of approach slowly and just go, hey.
He would kind of, like, open his eyes up, and he would look to you with, like, that kind of, like, biting down type of, like, smile, and just go, hey, how are you?
I should be the one asking that. I appreciate you trying, but I never wanted you to end up like this.
It's fine. To be fair, I didn't think a giant pillar fire was going to erupt out of the waters.
Yeah, that's,
Let alone set a radius of the ocean into a boiling hot form of heat.
They don't teach you that shit in school growing up.
That's cause that shit normally doesn't happen.
Okay, Chrono would kind of like note the snarkiness, but he's like, yeah, he's allowed to be whatever the fuck he wants right now.
Yeah.
After all of that.
Yeah.
Chrono would just nod and say, well, unfortunately, I don't know the status of Malice right now. Yeah,
If it means anything, I haven't felt any connection to his hive mind. I am part Grieger after all.
Are you familiar with this island? I would be more than happy to. I was planning on leaving anyways. I would be more than happy to get something for you if it would help you.
Oh, what's the island's name again?
Hey, Nitz, help me out here.
Extracts.
Extracts.
Yeah. Dude, just look to you and go, oh, okay, no, that's good. Right. Yeah, actually, I wonder how they're doing. Right, so, before all the stuff started kicking up, they used to be allied with a few, ocean kingdoms that were nearby, so at least I don't need to worry about hiding my presence if someone does come onto the ship. Don't know why they would, but that's at least a good thing. They're also not allied with the Navy, so you don't need to be too worried.
Okay.
God, what else? I had to deal with some political affairs, because, kingdom, all that stuff, right. My kingdom used to be a part of the alliance with them. Think. And you can see he's, like, having to rack his brain a bit. Mainly because the fact that he's trying to think in between the just agonizing pain. Which again,
Chrono would
say,
Chrono would kind of like say, hey, please take all the time you need. You've been through enough, to be quite frank.
It's fine. What else? Right. When we're done with this place, if it's not too much to ask, I'd like to check on a nearby area. It's only west of here, but there used to be a Grieger hive.
Oh, okay.
I want to know if they're alive.
Chrono is gonna kind of do like the martial artist bell thing, where like he brings his fist and his palm together, and he does like a slight bow and he says, "You have my word that I will find this out for you."
I appreciate it.
I have a few questions though, so to be completely blunt, I've never seen the Grieger hive before, so how would I spot one?
Well, it's normally underwater. they tend to build into rocky areas underneath the water, and basically they just make their own man-made caves, essentially. And then live in that.
Okay. Well, is there maybe a method to call them out? Because, I mean, not to state the obvious, but it'll probably be impossible for me to go meet them in person if they're underwater.
Yeah, the hive mind. I should be able to connect to their hive mind if we get close enough.
So, you can tell them to expect me?
If we get within a certain amount of meters, I can at least let them know that that the ship above them isn't an enemy.
Chrono looks really unsure about this for a minute, and he says,
They knew my country if it helps any, so it's not like we were enemies.
that's fine and all, but are you sure you can move?
As of now, no. But I'm imagining I'll have enough time to recover till then.
Okay, I understand. I have a personal errand that I need to run first anyways.
Fair enough. Do what you need to do.
Chrono nods, and he's gonna walk away, and he's gonna grab his backpack. He's gonna kind of like pack a few things, like a little bit of dry food and like a bedroll. But I think it's a fair assumption this ship probably has a few camping supplies littered around.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna kind of walk out, and he's going to approach Benjamin, and he says, Do you know how martial artists meditate, by any chance?
Kinda. Normally they cross, go crisscross and they kind of just like relax their hands and their arms and, kind of just reflect, essentially. At least from what I know.
Yeah, that's pretty close, actually. Martial artists pride themselves on their ability to remain calm during any situation.
Might need to do that.
After everything that just happened, I think I'm gonna be alone for a little while. I'm gonna go out into this island, and I'm just gonna find some place to just settle my mind and just kind of try to catch my body up with everything that's happened ever since the prison break.
I understand, mate. Do what you need to do. I'm going to just, for once, I'm actually going to be on the land. So, Gildard actually volunteered to stay near the ship, so he's going to be near the ship, so I actually get to go and shop for once.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. It's a good way to get my mind off things instead of being in the crow's nest and letting everything simmer.
Chrono would just kind of like nod, and he would do like a little like bro tap on Benjamin's shoulder, and he would turn to just go ahead, and he's going to walk out of the ship.
Fair enough.
So, just to reiterate, his whole thing is that, okay, got out of prison. Cool, I got beat up by a guy. All right, I punched the government. All right, I got burned alive. Okay, one of my friends almost died, and two of my friends may or may not be dead, and Titans are real. Yeah, so he's gonna find like a quiet place in the woods, basically, to just meditate, essentially.
Okay, cool. You can do that. So you'll go out into the woods. What you'll do is you'll roll me a survival check. Make sure you don't get lost in the process. What'd you get?
Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. I heard a ping, but instead it's Acrid saying Chrono's summary of life peak.
yeah, that's accurate. That's accurate.
All right,
that's a 12.
All right, 12. Gotcha. All right. So it's like you get like a decent way into the forest, and then you start realizing you don't quite fully know where you are.
Oh shit.
You didn't think about marking down trees or anything like that to kind of keep like a tracking of where you were going. But you'll figure that out when the time comes. Meditation, am I right?
Yeah.
Usagi.
Solo adventure. Nothing can go wrong there.
Yeah. Nothing can go wrong. Usagi said he was going to go out and go shopping. For Ublex, what do you plan to do?
Shop Shopping.
Shopping. Okay, cool. So we have a shopping spree, guys. Yeah. Happy, right? Everybody happy? Happy.
Yippee, I guess. I don't know.
Oh man. Right. So you guys would start heading through the port town, and I'd say like, because you guys would have arrived here like I'd say like early morning. It would take you like probably till like 12 to get through the port town to the midtown, to the basically downtown, to actually start going shopping and stuff. So if you want to, you may roll me. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys some options. And this is where it's going to be a player majority, which is aka the two people that are actually going shopping right now. Would you to, one, me list out some things that you guys could do, or two, would you just like to roll for like for perception to see what you find?
List some stuff, because I have a few very specific things. I have some specific things I'm looking for.
All right. Also, I'll let you know that if I don't list something that you might be looking for, you can let me know, and there's a shot that I'll just roll for it randomly and see if it's in the town. This is a long shot. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and attract a very specific person. Nits, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure there's a way to do it. The question is, I'm trying to figure out how.
Roll me, DM me, just make sure I'm thinking of the right person. But also, while you do that, I will give you the answers. So you know that there is a tavern. In case you're looking for a tavern, there is a tavern called the Green Fanged Tavern. Besides that, there is a potion shop called the Bottled Hope. And besides that, a lot of other stuff is like marketplace stuff and like cloth area stuff, like where you could have gotten things like robes and things like that. But there's not really any crazy shopping stuff here. Just Bottled Hope. So if you want any potions, tavern, if you want that. If you're looking for anything else in specific, then you can let me know and we can go from there. It's hard to plan everything.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Well, first, I need to go to whatever I need Bottled Hope, you say? It's a potion shop, you said?
Yeah, it's a potion shop.
Okay. I'm going to go there because there might be something interesting.
You never know. You never know.
I'm going there.
So you're gonna head to the Bottled Hope. What about you, Ublex? I will mention Ublex that
What?
Karori will just like kind of like walk around with you, just kind of accommodate you. So.
Good. You could probably carry her.
Probably with your current
Carry her?
size.
I'll ask if she wants to be carried on my back.
Something that should be mentioned. Within the 5 days, there was a thing that that Benjamin did for you. This is something that originally was going to be an end of session thing. However, I don't need to now. So there is, within the 5 days, he basically made a contraption, using spare parts that he found off the ship, and made essentially what seems to be like a squeezer. Within like that last day, he basically just put you underneath it and squeezed the leftover water out of you. So you will be back to your original size. It takes a full day to squeeze the water out of you, but it's out of you. So you're back to your normal 3 foot wide, 3 foot tall self.
What?
But yeah, basically he basically made like essentially like a lemon squeezer for you. Just a giant one. But yeah,
Ball crusher.
Is there anywhere you are planning to go?
The store.
Is it still like marketplace store?
Like for ingredients. Ingredients, please.
Okay, ingredients. Okay, so yeah, just general marketplace. Gotcha.
Marketplace.
Cool. Marketplace. We're going to hit you. We're gonna go and do yours first, actually, because you haven't spoken much, so we're gonna go and knock you out. It's not in that way. we're gonna go ahead and knock you out. Oh man. But that way you can actually have a reason to go and talk for a bit, because I don't want you feeling left out. So you would head to the marketplace. Also, I feel like it would be somewhat near the same time as like where you get to the Bottle Hope. They're all like in similar range and area, anyways.
Cool. Okay.
So you would start heading into the marketplace area, and what type of ingredients are you looking for? Anything in specific?
Lettuce.
Lettuce. All right, cool. Yeah, no.
Good.
Oh, so you see this man. I do not have a picture from him. You see this man. He is dressed in this like farmer clothes. It's this elf. Just like it is this like wood elf. So kind of like slightly darker skin. This like brown, like, you know, scrappy hair. And just like, you know, very torn up, well, you know, heavily used like farmer's clothes, like the overall type of gig. He has this cart full of lettuce, cabbage heads, or not cabbage heads, heads of lettuce. And he's just selling them for like 15 rupees each.
15.
Lettuce is a bit more expensive. You're also starting to get further into the more expensive islands, so prices will start going up probably.
God damn it!
That is something to keep in
got
mind.
This shit.
Inflation.
Got these fucking islands, inflation, whatever you want to call it. If there's influence from the Navy, I call it gentrification due to raise prices and fucking pushing out the people who live there. I bet. Holy shit! Bring the prices down. Bring the prices down.
Okay, but it's 15 rupees for a head of lettuce, so you still be able to make a decent amount out. You still be able to make I'm gonna ignore that. You can still make a decent amount out of like a head of lettuce.
Am I carrying Corey?
Are you carrying? I mean, you're 3 feet wide, 3 feet tall right now. Are you carrying Corey? Do you want to?
Oh shit, Corey, right me.
Are you gonna try and carry her?
I don't think I can.
Yeah, I mean, you could. It's just an athletics check. Do you want?
I'm gonna drop her.
Oh god! If you genuinely want to, you can.
We're gonna drop her, and she's gonna get self-conscious of her weight. I know women.
Damn. I want to mention this, by the way. While you guys are strolling around, you'll realize that a lot of the natives here are half-orcs. Half-orcs and orcs.
Oh. Interesting.
Yes. So Corey fits right in. But yeah, so you're gonna go get. Are you buying any heads of lettuce?
Yeah, I don't. It, like, fortunately, does not fit anywhere.
What do you mean you don't fit? No, you're 3 feet wide now. Remember, you're normal size. You fit.
Oh yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Plasmoid.
Yes, plasma.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I get what you mean. Yeah, never mind. I was like, I mean, I guess like yeah, if you just like really widen yourself, I guess. No, I get what you mean now. Never mind. Yeah, no, you can yeah.
I'll buy 2 heads of lettuce.
You stand out. Yeah. Okay, so that's 30 rupees in total. Oh man.
Are there carrots?
Oh yeah, there's definitely carrots in a place like this. There's selling like a dozen carrots.
Is there
like,
mail?
Or I guess technically like a bundle of carrots. Mail?
Yeah.
Mail? Like the men? Or like...
No!
There are carrots though. They sell them by the bundle basically. For basically like 10 rupees for a bundle essentially. Because carrots aren't like... They're like one of the most common vegetables on this island, so it's like 10 rupees.
Oh, sweet.
For like a bundle. Yeah. I should actually double check so that way I tell you right. How many carrots are in a bundle? Because I don't want to tell you wrong, so that way you can keep track. So technically speaking, that's what, 10? Yeah, why does it not tell you? Carrot bundle, set of 3. Bro, thanks for no information whatsoever. Thank you, Google. I love that you don't tell me anything. 6 carrots per brother. You have a bundle of carrots. How many are you buying?
2.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so that's like, if it was 10 rupees, then that's 20 in total. Just keep that in mind.
Okay.
But yeah, Is there anything else you wish from the marketplace, real quick?
Is there rice?
Yeah, there'd probably be rice here, I'd say. They have the right conditions to grow rice somewhat easily. So yeah, you can find like basically they sell them by the bag. You can buy like a bag of rice for like 12 rupees.
Nice, I'm gonna buy some rice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so you can pay 12 rupees for a bag of rice.
Yes.
I wanna know, because you don't have like grocery bags technically in this day and age. So like, how are you carrying all this on you? Are you giving some of this karori, or are you just like, are you absorbing it, which could cause it to
inside of me?
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna say that it's like in the outer layer bit that isn't forcibly acidic unless you choose it to be. That's how you're doing it without it like basically melting away. Oh man. But yeah, is there anything else?
What kind of fruits do they got?
They do have apples, pears, peaches, and there is one other, which is bananas. Oh, and coconuts from the from like the shore area. So.
I'd like some bananas.
All right.
And coconut.
Hell yeah. Banana and coconut, easy. So you can buy like three coconuts for like as like their technical like deal. They don't sell them singularly, but they sell them in like sets of 3. You can buy 3 coconuts for like a total of 12 rupees, and you can buy the bananas like just like a like, I don't know if you technically call it a bundle, but you know like how like bananas they'll all be like a bunch of them will be connected to like one big stem. You can buy basically a stem of bananas for like 15 rupees. So. But yeah, you just make sure you mark off however much you're buying, and you make sure you move your rupees. And just make sure to keep control of your rations, obviously, because you're the chef.
I'm the chef.
You're the chef. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. But yeah, if there's anything else, otherwise we'll hop over to the potion shop with Usagi.
Do they have
good.
meat?
Excellent.
Do they have what? Meat? Oh yeah, what type of meat are you looking for real quick before we hop over?
Like chicken.
Chicken.
Or beef.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely some farmlands in this area. You can, they would have beef and chicken. A pound of beef is like 15 rupees. A pound of chicken is 12 rupees.
Okay, wait, that's really good. Why is it the same price as the vegetables?
Because unlike saturated capitalistic countries, which this place is not, they don't charge overpriced for their meats. Because that's stupid.
I'm buying 2 chickens and 1 beef.
Alright, you can do
1
that.
beef and 2 chickens, please.
Do your math. Alright, so while you buy those meats, we're gonna hop over to Usagi, who is at the Bottled Hope.
Okay.
And
All right.
yes.
So, all right. So I'm trying to think of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for size. This is probably a stupid thing, but I'm looking for like size shifting potions.
Okay. Let me double check here. By the way, this is the shopkeep that you see. You see a lady, human lady, black hair, put up in a ponytail, pretty long, blue jacket over a like white corset type of shirt with.
Where are the men?
There are men. I swear, there are quite a few men. Y'all just never run into them.
Yeah, unfortunately, this leaves Usagi with like even fewer options. Anyway.
Let me see. Items. Right. So you're looking for a item. Are you looking for enlarge or reduce? Because those are 2 separate ones.
Reduce, because with that you can sneak into places.
All right. So you would be able to find.
Do they have enlarged potions? If they do, then.
Yeah, there are both.
Like he's trying to get tall enough to ride the roller coaster.
There is both enlarge and reduce. The reduced potion is
Ooh,
150, and the enlarged potion is 200.
Ew.
Potions are normally a little bit more on the expensive side, unless they're like base standard just healing potions normally.
I can afford the reduced potion. I'm gonna take that.
All right, cool. Yeah, 150, you get a reduced potion.
Kick ass. Okay.
Yeah. Besides that, there's always homebrew ones if you want to look at any, but like I don't think you have the money by the sounds of it, so I wouldn't bother at that point.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. I'm blowing half my money on this.
That is completely fair. Eventually, you'll be. Trust me when I say this. While prices may rise, trust me, you guys will be making way much more money later on. So trust me, it will balance out. I swear. I promise.
If only Mollis had bothered leaving his wallet behind. It could have used something.
If only. Oh man.
Anyway.
If only Mollis was a little bit more considerate. Acrid is right there with his mic muted.
Well, while Mollis is actively sitting dead. Oh man. Dude, but yeah.
After that, real question. This is a stupid ploy, but Usagi has a stalker, and he's trying to figure out. Presumably, he would know what the signs of her presence are, right?
I will be completely honest. I did not hear that bit. I'm so sorry. What did you say?
Usagi has another stalker. He would be aware of what the signs of her are, right?
As of now, no. So, like, here's the thing. With that other stalker that you know of, you know that, like, you've felt the feeling, because this is a very rogue thing. This is something I'm going to say. Nobody else would pick up on this unless you're specifically, like, a monk of, like, shadows. Otherwise, the only other type of class that would pick up on this would be a rogue class. You can tell when someone's stalking you normally, unless their stealth is immaculate. So you know you've had a person that will follow you from time to time, but you've never gotten gifts from them, and you've gotten a few letters sometimes, but a lot of times those letters have been really simplified. Like, when I say simplified, it's like just like a heart being drawn on it. Like, yeah, like it's really vague.
because he's thinking bodyguard. Potentially.
Fair enough. I understand the thought process. But here's the real question. The fact, right now, the last few islands you've been to, you haven't felt that normal presence that you felt before you ran into this group. Because hell, even when you were trying to escape Taki in the past, or Taka in the past, I don't know why I call her Taki. That's a chip. But he said, I don't know what you said. I'm hoping it doesn't get me banned.
Oh no, it's just part of a song.
Oh, okay. Wait, what does it mean? I know Spanish. I don't know a lot of it though. I forgot a lot of my Spanish class. I apologize. For being ignorant.
Kind of. Okay.
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay. I will never know. But God, what was I saying? Right, yeah. So like even with Taka, when you were before you got to that boat to make your daring escape that later ended up with you being beach washed, you remember when you were in the building where you were stealing that North Post from? You still even then remembered having that presence. So there's a shot they may have not found you quite yet, but they're probably on the hunt for you.
I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to just gonna pull off a little bit of fluff and just start leaving it in random places. Just I have enough to do that.
So I mean, like, you have fur. You like, obviously, I don't imagine you're like grabbing a handful and tearing it off and like leaving bald patches.
No,
yeah.
No, but like, I mean, people can pull hairs off themselves all the time.
Yeah. So like you're leaving like
be...
small fur follicles, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's possible without leaving any bald spots. Like, you just grab like a few every now and then. Are you trying to like? Yep. Now, here's the thing: wind is a thing. Wind would blow it away. Do you have a way where you're going to try and be able to lodge it so that way it doesn't, get blown away or get knocked away by footsteps, people moving, that sort of stuff?
Just stick it in, like, places.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so what you'll do for this will be an actual check.
This is a really stupid idea, but it'll be funny.
I listen, I encourage creativity. I love the bits. What you'll do is you'll roll me a sleight of hand check to see how well you lodge it into there, into, like, random spots.
Okay, I got a +6 for this, buddy. Here we go.
Here you go, man. Come on, this is your jam.
That's 25.
Let's go. Yeah, so like
Yes.
when you're like going around this like downtown area, like every now and then you'll pass by like a crate and like you'll like stick it right in just the right way to where it goes in between the two planks, like the very small slip in between, or like you'll leave it in just the right way within like a door, like lodging it just in the right spot where it won't move, kind of like cat fur, where like the cat fur doesn't really want to leave the door type of thing, that sort of stuff. You're just like lodging in just the right spots.
Okay.
So if this person does have any like keen sense of smell, they'll probably be able to pick up on it.
Which they would. Probably.
Possibly.
Probably.
It really counts because it's that weird thing of, so far the fans you've had, which let's be honest, it's not a lot of fans because you are still a very heavily underknown like, you're like a rising star type of like criminal. You're not
much to my consternation.
Yeah. But like the few fans you've had have been fuzzies. There's a shot that you start gaining humanoid fuzzies. There's a shot you start getting some like fans that are humanoid. So who knows? Maybe this fan is a human or an elf or something like that. But knowing your past experiences is a good shot. They probably have a good snout. It's a safe assumption.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is fair.
So hopefully this does something. Maybe.
Fair enough. We'll find out. Even worse scenario is like if they're like, considering how detective this person has been, there's a shot they don't even have like a strong sense of smell, and they just fucking notice like, oh, is that fucking running it through DNA like tests?
Yes.
It's him.
Yes.
God, last thing you need is a crazy artificer running after you.
You don't know that. They could be useful.
You never know.
It's always a good idea to recruit the fangirls because they're the people that don't need convincing to help you.
That is true. They will actively throw their lives directly in the line of fire.
Yeah, exactly. Not that Usagi would do that.
Yeah. Or at least
some morals.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's be honest. There are fangirls that would not do that. But the heavy set ones that are like actively going out of their way to stalk you guys, those are definitely people that would.
Yeah, I'm recruiting as many of those people as possible.
Fair enough.
I'm so sorry for the cringe I'm about to wreak.
Oh boy.
Oh man. But yeah, you can basically just kind of lodge those things up in there. Yep. While you're doing that.
Hopefully that. I'm gonna need to roll perception, aren't
I? No, actually, what I was gonna say is while you're doing that, I was going to hop over to Chrono for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So pretty much nothing much has changed.
Okay.
I would say like he's looking for like a very clear open spot, like like a really big flat rock or something like that, or like a clearing is sort of the idea here.
Okay. Okay.
And I do not know if he will meet anyone funny while trying to do this.
So you will actually go ahead and roll me another survival because that is needed.
Got it. 15.
15, cool. So with that 15, you will actually manage to find a clearing, and you will also find a person. On this clearing, there is an elf that seems to be trancing. It is this like very open, rocky area. It is like a weird clearing within the forest. It's like a big circular like clearing essentially. But you see this wood elf, and he is, when I the thing about wood elves in my world, the way I run them, is that unlike high elves where they have like more of that paler skin, because wood elves are so much more in the daylight, in the sunlight, having a wonderful time, their skin normally is a lot darker. I will be sending the NPC visual. You see this dark-skinned wood elf that has this like black robe and a just black undershirt with it. This black undershirt has basically like this like poofy sleeves. He does have like some like golden like necklaces that kind of go around, golden earrings on both ears, and it's like black hair that's like, it's not really too long. It's just enough to where it can get in the way of his eyes, so he kind of has like brushed to the side. But there is like a portion of these bangs that basically just dip in between like the two eyes because he's just not bothering messing with it because he's trancing. But yeah, he's basically just trancing like near the middle area of it, just on this rock.
Gotcha. Okay, well, as curious as I am, it would probably be really rude if I'm like, no, I'm not doing that.
It is her.
So, Chrono would probably just, from like what Chrono gathers at this point, this area seems to be a good place.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What happened?
okay, for the viewing
Drop
audience
kick
out
him.
there, Acrid just typed drop kick him in the Roll20 chat.
Acrid, if you want to yell something, you can like unmute to like say stuff, man. You don't have to like stay like muted.
To be fair, a message out of nowhere is arguably funnier.
Fair.
So basically,
Wow.
how I want to do this is
Mhm.
I want to make like a stealth check
Mhm.
to try and basically kind of get around this guy without waking them up, essentially.
Yeah, that's gonna make you do that anyway. So go ahead.
Oh, yay. Okay, cool. And that is my Google Chrome. Can you please work with me?
Dude, it's
Give it a
one, of those,
minute.
it's one of those days. We had a Titan get unleashed. People died. Issa's Discord crashed at one point, and now.
And I rolled a 10 on stealth.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh
so,
boy.
So you start making your way over. You're like, I'm going to be real stealthy, and like you're like you're feeling good about the stealth at first, and then there's this one leaf, and you step on it, and it is that thing where like because there's that complete silence, it feels almost deafening, and it's obviously not. But it feels almost deafening because there is nothing. There is no noise. And you just hear it just underneath your foot. And you see him kind of like twitch his ear, his left ear, and then very lightly just tilt his head. And he's like kind of like opened his left eye. And he would just
Okay.
go, "Who's there?"
Okay, Crota would kind of feel a little bit bad. So he would just kind of be almost in like Demon Slayer Tadria mode and just go, oh, shoot, I'm sorry. I was trying really hard to get by you without, waking you up. And, well, Crota looks down. Okay, well, that's a leaf. Cool. I hate leaves.
you see him let out that little bit of a laugh and just go, "It's fine. Trust me, I have many people that come over here and bother me when I'm meditating, so you're not the first, don't worry."
Oh?
Yes.
A fellow meditator?
Well, I prefer not to sleep, is more of the thing, so I tend to trance here. And since my job doesn't allow me to rest much, I go here so I can actually gain some proper rest. Which means that if anybody needs to track me down, they've at this point learned to just come to this area.
Oh, fair enough. Again, I very much apologize for interrupting you earlier, but I don't suppose you would know a good quiet space around here. I'm visiting from a ship, and well, to give you a long story short, several crazy things have happened recently, and I think I need a minute to collect myself.
I'd recommend meditating here. This is one of the quietest places you'll find here. Anywhere else in the forest and you'll be hearing animals, and there's also a good shot you might get attacked by a bear. On top of that, normally meditating with other people can actually help. So, I do recommend that.
Okay, I'll take your advice then. Chrono steps a little bit forward. He's not like super close. He's gonna like kind of get into the meditating pose. He won't sit super close next to him or anything like that. And he'll just say, "Name's Chrono, by the way."
Shindayo,
A pleasure.
pleasure to meet you.
And alright, I just thought of a joke. And Chrono kind of like gets his hands together for kind of like the meditation kind of pose sort of thing. And he's like muttering to himself something about Okay, inner peace. He's doing like a mantra to help. He's concentrating on for meditating by just saying inner peace. But then after 3 times, he opens his eyes and mutters to himself, "Oh fuck, I forgot how to meditate."
Oh man. He would just kind of like look over to you again, opening his left eye yet again, and just go, "Clear your mind. Don't say a word.
Oh.
Don't think a word. Don't think anything."
Right. And Chrono closes his eyes again, and it's sort of like what kind of like appears in his head is sort of like, well, let me put it this way. If this was an anime, this would basically be the perfect excuse for an anime recap episode, where it's just kind of like a series of images from all of the crazy moments that happen, and he's just kind of like trying to like, shh, quiet down in his head.
Gotcha.
It kind of takes him like a good minute, especially when it gets to the part where he saw Pike like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's sort of, but like probably like after an hour or two, he kind of manages to just sort of essentially. No, actually, you know what? Knowing Chrono, it'll probably 3 hours or something like that to actually get his mind clear.
That is fair. It's definitely one of those things where it's like, he isn't saying much, but there's that obvious just natural insight of, you can tell he can tell without even opening his eyes that you are fucking tense.
Oh boy.
Like, there is no words that is spoken, but it's just that natural, 2 people meditating, hey man, you need to chill type of vibe.
Does he actually say something about that later on?
There's a shot he may say something about it after meditation, but like right now during meditation, he won't be saying a word about that. So while your meditation begins to end off, we're gonna hop back over quickly to Ublex and Usagi. Is there anything you guys wish to do within the town?
Oh shit! Okay, wait, who was that you said in NPC visuals? Sorry, I wasn't like pissed. Who's that?
The guy that's helping Chrono
the
meditate.
guy that was Shindale. Yeah, he's in the forest area helping Chrono meditate. Yeah.
I suddenly want to go to the forest area, guys.
Oh really? What makes you want to do that? Like as Ublex?
Girl has a fucking
like
horny
something inside of me. Something inside me wants to go to the forest and meditate or some shit like that. One with nature. You know,
okay. Yeah. We'll yeah, sure. Go and roll me a survival, and Karori will do the same because she will be complimenting you.
Karori really just sees like their like friend who is not in a relationship, but might be just like, nah, it's forest time.
What'd you get? Oh my god. What is... Okay, listen. If you need to start rolling on a different area, you may. I'm giving you, as DM, I am saying, you can roll somewhere else besides Roll20 if you need to. You never roll well. I feel bad for you. You know what? you know what? I'm gonna fucking do this. Alright. Do you want Karori with or without you going into this forest?
Without me.
Okay. So she will stay in town, and what I'm going to do, instead of having her roll as well for for the survival, what I'm gonna have you do is for unknown reasons, you feel almost like that as if there is a compass pointing you in a direction.
Okay.
So you get advantage. Because I'm gonna be honest, I have not seen you roll well in the past 3 sessions, and I genuinely feel bad. I want you to have a good roll. Because I know everybody else has had some good rolls throughout the past few sessions. Issa's just gotten fucked over. Just let me know what you get.
Okay,
You don't have to
I'll
roll it
just
on
roll.
here. Okay. That 20s are your thing.
I
That's
got
your record.
17. I got a fucking 17.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
killing
You got a 22?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 17. Oh yeah,
17.
20 plus 3.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So yeah. For some reason, you kind of like wander through this like area. You see a lake at one point. You see some birds. You see like a bear. You stay away from the bear. And then you eventually make your way into a clearing. And
thank God.
you see 2 people meditating.
I'm sorry, really quick. I like to imagine Ooblex is like having such a smooth time, and then meanwhile, Corey gets like, you ever seen like one of those things where it's like someone moves like a branch out of the way, and then it just slaps the other person that was following them? That's what I like to imagine happening to Corey while all of this was happening like multiple times.
Well, since they left them in the town, they won't be in the forest. But I fucking love that imagery. I do love that imagery. Yeah, Corey went to go shop off, which is actually completely fair. But yeah, so you come into the clearing and you see Benjamin and Shadeo, which you don't know his name at the time, but you know, you see the wood elf.
Chrono. Excuse me, who is this Benjamin person?
Benjamin, I mean, Chrono. Chrono.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a limb here and assume you're not being stealthy, so Chrono would just kind of like suddenly open his eyes and get up and just say, Ooblex, what are you doing here?
I wanted to see what nature was out here.
That's fair?
Who's this guy you're with? Who's this handsome fellow you're with?
Is that the way you say it?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Does
Just want to make sure.
Does the elf fellow wake up at this point, by the way?
When Ooblex walked in, he would have opened his eyes, similar to what he did with you, because she didn't even bother stealthing, unlike you, and you just failed yourself.
No.
So literally, as soon as like they started entering the clearing, he already had like his left eye open and was looking over.
Okay, Chrono is just gonna kind of turn to him and just be like, this is one of my crewmates, Ooblex. I assure you they're quite harmless.
Understood. Well, if you wish to meditate or just enjoy the nature around here safely, this is a good area to do so. Good to meet you.
I would love to meditate with you.
Sure. Yeah, you can.
Chrono would kind of like start scratching his eyes. It's just like, I tried to get away from that boat. I tried to get away from everyone involved in that boat. And now.
Yeah, he would just kind of like nod and just go, if you wish. And he's just gonna go right back to meditating. Again, it's one of those things where it's like you can talk to this man if you wish, or you can wait until after meditation because you would actively be interrupting the meditation. But you can try and meditate. You're not a monk, so what I'll have you do is you wish to meditate. You can roleplay it as you please. How do you meditate? Do you know how to meditate? Etha?
I don't know how to meditate. I'm 1 month old.
Okay.
I mean, you could just. I mean, you could probably take one look at these 2 hot guys and just kind of imitate.
2 hot guys.
Yeah.
Chrono is not my type, unfortunately.
Damn.
Oi, you saw that beach thumbnail, right? Chronos.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Ooblex is all that moment. That beach episode is like a blur to Ooblex.
That is fair.
Because he had -3 decks.
Yeah, that is fair.
They had such little riz.
If you wish to try and imitate them, what I'll have you do is I'll have you roll me a performance check.
Okay. I rolled an 11.
Okay. With an 11, it's not so like you get the main idea of like, oh, I gotta cross my legs. Do you go out of block? Do you are you in block form or are you in human form?
I'll be human male.
Human male. All right.
Warning, straight male.
Oh god, warning, straight mail. Hell yeah. But yeah, no, so you go into your like male form and yeah, you cross your legs. You don't know what to do with your arms. So you kind of just like over throughout the period of the quote unquote meditation you do, you like cross your arms, you fiddle your thumbs. At one point, like you like start grabbing, pulling up grass out of like the ground in between like rocks that kind of like grew, stuff like that. Like you were just fidgeting the entire time instead of actually meditating.
I'm gonna ask his friend.
Image, just imagining Ooblex fidgeting around while the other two are meditating.
Oh man. What was Ooblex gonna ask real quick?
I'm gonna ask the friend who's meditating with Chrono, like, what do I do? I'm gonna tap his shoulder.
You need to clear your mind. Legs crisscrossed.
Easy.
Loosen your muscles in your arms. He looks at your arms. Well, just relax your arms. And, just don't think of anything. It's a way to relax your mind mentally, so you're not constantly drained. And then he would close his eyes again. So if you wish to, now that you know how to meditate, what you can do is you can roll me a wisdom check to try and do a proper meditation and not just a mimicry.
Okay. I rolled an 8. Fuck.
Damn. So,
oh my god.
So you're like, all right, I need to loosen my. You know what? Here's what's gonna happen. You're like, all right, I need to loosen up, and you slowly start like loosening up, but what you don't realize is you start loosening up too much. As you like slowly start like de-sliming, and you like start going out of this humanoid form, you start dripping. And then it's like watching a person melt actively in front of you.
Damn, I got that drip.
You start turning back into the blob form, and that blob eventually turns into a puddle.
I'm just imagining like one of those like someone treated Ooblex like a Photoshop item and just like slowly squished them.
Yeah, basically.
So could in theory Ooblex in this form cause someone to slip?
Technically,
yeah.
Is Ooblex a natural form of grease?
I mean, technically speaking, they are like an acidic / water compound. So technically speaking, it's like running near the pool, essentially. Like if you're on hardwood floored area, that's basically what that's like. Unlike if it's like on this rocky area, that could actually be dangerous. But like if you're like on grass and they went puddle form, it'd be like, oh no, mud.
Mud.
Oh no. But like later on, that could like if you like on a hard surface, that could be an actual hazard. Yeah. Technically speaking. But yeah, you can just spend the rest of your time trying to meditate. We're gonna hop over to Usagi for a small bit. Usagi, roll me a perception check.
Oh boy, here we go. I was wondering when this was gonna come up. Let me roll. That's a 9.
All right, you don't notice anything.
Fuck. Oh! Okay. Oh, she definitely did it, alright. Okay. Right then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is there anything you wish to do here?
I'm gonna put out a little note saying, like, stick a random note in some convenient spot. It says, meet me on the, describes the ship in like vague terms, UD. Hopefully this does something. This is probably a poor decision, but like UD could be anybody.
Alright, so what I'll have you do is because you're trying to mention the ship vaguely, right? So something you know about naval ships, specifically from the Navy, is that they tend to have like a number for like each ship.
Is there a number?
That is where history will come into play.
Okay.
So if you want to, you can try and roll history, see if you remember the ship name. Or the ship number, sorry.
There we go. That's an 18!
Alright, it's ship number 1313.
I need to attract my stalker!
God,
This is the wildest
reminds
thing to
me of the
say.
comic. I'm sorry to derail really quick. I think it was made by like Merryweather or something like that.
Probably.
That was called Stalker versus Stalker.
That is
Oh, I
Merryweather.
remember this.
Yes.
Okay, it is
Oh, yeah, I remember
exactly
that.
what it sounds like, and it's really funny.
Oh yeah, I only read like a few pages of it because at that time I was starting to get out of webtoons and stuff like that. But like,
Yeah.
I remember that was a vibe. That was a vibe, absolutely. Yeah. So what you'll do is like you'll also something else you'll need to do. Roll me a sleight of hand checks to see how well you hide this thing. That way,
Okay.
because it's just a shot. It's like someone's walking through town and they just like
That's 24!
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So, at the very least, you know for a fact with that 24, you're hiding in a spot where a commoner or a merchant isn't just gonna find it. So, most likely it'll be your stalker or someone who's just really fucking investigative. But there's not really a reason from what you can tell from a
Or
place like
Taka,
this.
hopefully not. Or Taka, hopefully not her. Please not her.
Hopefully not her. But yeah, you basically like hide it up like within a random area of the village. You know what? I'd say you go to the well in the village, and you like you basically hide it up in just the right crevice
Oh, perfect.
to where like it's almost not even visible, almost.
Oh.
So even if someone did see it, they'd have to do a sleight of hand to even try to get it out because you basically wedged it in.
Okay. Hopefully this works.
Yeah. But you know that if your stalker is the one that finds it, there's not a thing to worry about because it's like hell. Okay, they can't do sleight of hand. Cool. They might like if they are like buff enough to be a bodyguard like you're expecting. They might just fucking break the well to get to it. The one thing you do know about this person, you haven't seen them, you don't know what type of person they are, you don't know what their capabilities are, but the one thing you do know is that they will go through just about anything to fucking find you.
How convenient for me.
Oh,
Hey.
man.
This
No
is literally-
fear!
this is
No
literally
fear!
good for you, Soggy. I see.
Wait, what did you say?
This is this scenario is just perfect for you, Soggy. I see.
No
Yeah.
fear, no fear, no regrets.
No.
I always never let it be said that he does not punch incredibly far above his weight class.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, is there any shops you wish to do besides just stuffing things in wells?
I
There is-
don't think I want to spit. What were you saying?
There is
What were you
also
about
the
to say?
tavern if you just want to meet people, but I don't know why you would.
I have nobody to. Well, you know what? Sure, maybe there will be some interesting people there.
Alright.
Besides, I can also get drunk.
That is fair. But yeah, you know, alcohol will
Also,
cost.
the-
I'll just remind you on that. But like, yeah, it wouldn't be anything too bad.
Okay, how much does alcohol cost?
And kind of what type of alcohol you buy, it could range from just like a rupee to like 5 rupees, sometimes 7. It really just
Okay,
counts
let's
what you're
get-
ordering.
Fuck it, let's get 5 rupee. Fuck it, let's get a. Let's get a freaking beer stein the size of Usagi's head.
Hell yeah.
Yo.
So
I'm gonna have to
you're.
roll Constitution to get to like keep from getting plastered, don't I?
You will if you down all that, or if you're
I
down really
will
much
de-
of anything, because you're a very
I'm a lightweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So you'll walk into the Green Fang Tavern, and
Yeah,
you would see the
here's-
bar. Hmm?
Part of this is to attempt to make Yori's training a little bit easier for a first attempt.
Fair enough.
I'm not gonna tell her that, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell her that. But never let it be said that I'm not a good master. Anyway,
Fair enough. So you'll walk into the Green Fang Tavern. You would see the bartender, who is a green dragonborn, wearing a brown vest, white undershirt, and just like brown pants, essentially. Pretty
see any
burly.
pants on. I don't see any pants on that picture.
I'm modifying that lightly. I'm gonna be honest, because that man did not get anything. So we're modifying
Looks like
that
he's
lightly.
wearing.
Yeah,
This looks he's wearing no pants at all.
that's why I'm modifying it.
Okay.
The counter was covering the leg area, so it's not like they would have seen
Oh, thank
anything.
God.
About it. I was
Okay.
like, yeah. But
thank
yeah, no,
God.
he's wearing brown pants. Very bulky dragonborn.
Cool.
He just looked to see, I'm guessing you head to the bar since you're going to be ordering drinks?
Of course.
Yeah, yeah. So he would just kind of look to you and just go, what you need?
Good sir. I need enough alcohol to forget things.
I understand. All right. What type of alcohol do you want? I will mention this, there are the normal everyday alcohols that are here IRL, right?
Okay.
There is also homebrew stuff. There is specifically
Like what?
There's specifically a brew called the Dragon's Tooth.
Oh.
And there's
Okay.
one other one called the Lizard's Fang.
Do I know any details?
You can
Roll. I have to roll. Aren't I?
I say, honestly, this is actually a local thing. So I will say this: you could ask him, and he would give you information on it.
All right. What's the flavor of the local brews? Barkeep.
Well, we have the Lizard's Fang. He's a bit more bitter and sour, and the lizard folk love it. Best way to put it is that if you're really a masochist, you'd grab it. The Dragon's Tooth, my personal favorite, has a bit of a kick. Downing it is like downing acid in fire. It's perfect. You would also get the idea, this is more of me as a DM saying to the player,
Okay.
drinking this for a day, for the day after, throughout the day, it'll wear off the next day, but throughout the day, you would have fire resistance. But it's just for the day that you've drank it.
Oh, that's convenient.
So if you want to have some to go, you could technically buy a bottle, but yeah.
I'm going to buy a bottle of that because that sounds extremely useful for purposes other than getting wasted.
Yeah. Now this is a
How
local
much?
brew, so that would be at the max price, so that would be at 7 rupees.
All right.
How useful
then-
now you sell fire resistance.
Okay.
All right. Listen. I'm going to. All right. So I'm going to get one that's like the lizard's fang.
All right. You buy the lizard's
Glass
fang.
of that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get a glass of lizard fang because you're not buying a whole bottle. And it's just a glass.
No. Yes.
It would only be 4 rupees.
Okay.
If you bought a whole bottle, it would have been 7 as well because those are like the 2 locals.
Okay.
But yeah, you can down it. Are you gonna like? Well, actually, it doesn't matter if you down it or if you sip it. You're gonna need to still roll me a con check.
Here we go, baby.
Here you go.
Plus 1 modifier hype.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yori's gotten the martini, so I need to roll her a con check as well.
Wait, she's here? When did she get here?
Yeah. You see that? Hey, by the way, roll me that perception check after that con save. What'd you get?
I
for that
got a
con save?
15.
Okay. You barely meet the DC for this. You take you drink like half of this thing, and you can already feel like it's already kind of hitting you. It's not enough to make you waste it straight away, but you're already feeling like, oh god, holy shit, oh that's strong.
Okay. What about what was that about a perception check?
Yeah, so you won't have disadvantage on your perception checks. Just roll me a normal one.
That's 21.
Cool. So you see that she has your sword.
Ooh.
Good. You're learning quickly.
Mm-hmm. I got it when you were shopping earlier at the potion shop.
Wow, that's far back.
Yep.
Wow, that's impressive.
Thank you. I figured out how to steal stuff pretty easily when I, with my past obsession, because I wanted some of his stuff, and he wouldn't give it to me, so I may have taken it. So, but like, his stuff is trash now, so I got rid of it.
May I ask may I ask what was this past obsession? I'm curious.
Oh, you promise you won't be mad?
Oh, it's fine. I don't hold grudges.
Okay. Right, so there was this pirate, that I was really interested in at one point. And, have you ever heard of Creole Dibia?
Ooh.
Yeah, so Creole Dibia, he's the captain of the Iron Pirates. He's a shark person. He ate a god fruit, and he's literally able to turn his entire body into iron.
Oh my.
Yeah, I found him very interesting for a long time, but, you know, he did some stuff that I didn't like, and, yeah, it just went downhill from there.
How disappointing.
Yeah, but I had his mug at one point. I stole a mug from his quarters, like, at one point. I stole some of his money when I found out what he had done, and out of anger. I stole his family's heirloom, which was a pocket watch. I think he might be looking for me on that.
Wait, pocket watch?
Yeah, pocket watch.
Isn't there... Wait a minute. Doesn't Nekomata have one of those?
Nekomata has one as well, yes. Hers was a crystallic one on the end. It's like, it looked like a normal one, but when you popped it open, it had a crystallic one. She'd pull it out for you, in case you're interested. And,
yes, I've seen that before.
So when she pops this one open, it's very similar, but the difference is that on the inside, it's prismarine. Instead of...
Ew.
Yeah.
How interesting.
Yeah, but I took this. Thank you.
Oh.
But yeah, I've taken a few other things, but those things I threw away. I wanted to keep the heirloom because, you know, it's not every day you find prismarine. It's very shiny.
Good. Yes. I think this could go well.
Yeah.
You're already busy stealing so many things. You learned fast.
Yep. Yeah.
So he's just rubbing his hands like a lunatic.
Fun thing, by the way, with that perception, I'm gonna go and tell you the patrons that would have caught interest that you would have caught interest in while you're here, because you rolled really well. So I'm just gonna go and give it to you.
Yes.
So I will grab these people real quick, real fast, real snazzy like.
Please. Okay.
So here are the people that you would catch that would be of interest to you. There is, first of all, there are, as I mentioned before, there are a lot of half-orcs here. So the first half-orc that you would see that are of interest, because a lot of people here are like everyday people, you know, normal dress, don't really carry weapons. This guy has this like big, bulky wooden shield that he has like basically set beside, kind of like leaning against his chair. Pretty muscly half-orc. This like spiky dark green hair. He has this like red, like almost like it. He has this red earring that's kind of shaped similar to like that of like a flipper of like a duck. That's the best way I can really describe it. That's not what it's supposed to be, but that's what I'm kind of describing it as.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, he has this like leather strap that goes across the chest, probably where he like mounts his, you know, shield to. He has no shirt, but he does have these like leather gauntlets, and then like these like probably what essentially acts as like a form of like leather armor as like pants with these like iron boots that he wears. That's the first person you see. He is sitting with another lady, and I will pull her up.
Oh boy, here we go.
As you see another half orc, and she's fucking ripped. You see this lady who has tattoos all over both of her arms. Her skin is a little bit darker than him. She has this black hair that is braided, and the left side is probably this. It's the fact where she's let all of her hair grow up on the top and the back, and not really any on the side. So she's completely kept the sides shaved, but she has it all brushed over to the right side of her head. So left side you can see where there's like no hair. These like golden hooped earrings, green eyes, white shirt. Again, fucking ripped when it comes to the muscles. she has this like leather like corset that is like a dark brown, and these like that same type of color for her like leather pants. But she doesn't seem to be carrying weapons, but she does seem to have these like, you know, bracers that are like go on her forearms that are like made completely of metal. So there's a shot she might be a monk or maybe a fighter or something of that sort. She might just not have her weapon with her currently at the moment. I will pull up the other person. There's one other person that is of interest to you, and this is, I would say, probably out of anyone, probably the one that kind of sticks out weirdly enough. The most, and not for a good reason.
What do you mean good reason?
You don't know what the fuck this guy is. It might be a goblin, it might be an orc, it might be a fucking demon. You don't know what the fuck this guy is. He has 4 ears. He stands at around like 4.5 feet tall. Dark green hair, yellow eyes, no pupils. This like black hair that's really just shaggy, disheveled, and like the bangs are, there's nothing okay with like his hair. His nose is almost like a pig's nose in a weird way, with the way it kind of like sticks out. Actually, no, I'd say like a dog's nose, almost more like is the way to put it, because the way the snout comes out. He's like really like, these teeth were probably sharp at one point. Now they're like weirdly like roundish almost, but they're like spaced out. This like dark green like undershirt that he wears with his like brown leather vest, and these white pants. And the thing that's really weird is his legs. Because his legs are almost like a satyr's legs, where they kind of go forward, and then they dip back where the knee's at, and then they lunge forward again where the feet are at. He is like, it's this weird like goblin, satyr, Lupin maybe type of mix, but the 4 ears are just unexplanatory. But he seems to like, the weird one for him is that he's not sitting with anyone. He's kind of just sitting at a table in a corner by himself, watching everyone.
I'm just gonna go talk to this guy. He sounds.
What a freak, am I right, guys?
I'm gonna go talk to this guy. He looks interesting.
All right. Yeah, so
go over to his table. And well met, good sir.
Well met.
Oh, well, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So what brings you here?
I'm looking for a friend.
What sort of friend I might be able to help you find them?
There is this blob I'm looking for.
What?
What?
It's a slime of sorts.
Blue? Wait,
Yes.
blue?
Hey man, I don't know what that is.
Huh.
Oh, how convenient. How convenient. I know. Can I roll? Wait.
Mhm.
Do not dox my location.
Can I roll perception to like? Can I roll insight to figure out what the fuck this guy's deal is?
Roll me an insight, sure.
We're gonna have to be
Right.
a high ass.
Plus 1%. Plus 1 modifier hype. That's 16 actually.
Ooh,
That's not
okay.
bad. That's pretty good actually.
You passed the DC.
Yeah.
So you can tell by talking with this guy. So here's the thing with the way I run insight, right? I won't outright tell you like for example, if you're looking for a lie, I don't outright tell you like, hey, this guy's lying. But what I will say with that 16, since you have passed the DC, something doesn't feel right when he talks about Ublex, which you are most likely guessing is Ublex by just the characteristics. Not many are like them. It almost feels hostile. Like you can't put your finger on it, but something about it feels almost hostile.
Blue, you say? Those
Yes.
those don't. Are you sure they exist?
I know they do. My God told me.
Oh my. I'm thinking, partially drunk, on how to an exit strategy for this guy.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
This is alright. Problem is, I would know that Ooblex is in the forest, right?
Yeah, well, so you wouldn't even know that they're in the forest. Right now, all you know is that they were in town.
Oh dear me! The last time I saw a blue slime was on the previous island.
The previous island. Understood.
What was the name of the? Okay.
Now, what you're
not gonna ask for?
What
Is he not gonna ask for clarification on this?
So here's the thing. Technically, he will not. But what you will do is you will roll me a deception check.
Fuck! Oh no. Well, I got a oh no, buddy, I got a +8 for this. Here we go.
You do it.
God. Oh god, I hope I didn't dox Ooblex by mistake. Uh-oh. That's not good. Fuck me, man. Really?
Would you...
Whoa! Hello, viewer audience.
Man.
He got a 13 on deception.
So.
Oh fuck, he knows.
You see, it is almost disturbing how this smile creeps onto his face. And you see him look you dead in the eye.
Oh boy.
And just go, "You shouldn't lie." And you see as his body begins to convulse.
Can I turn invisible and run?
So here's the thing.
Like the Dickens?
You may try. However.
Oh god, Yori's still in the bar.
Not just that.
The entire...
But combat will have started with this.
Oh, fuck me, no!
As you see...
shit.
You see him mutate and go from this 4.5 feet tall thing within the span of seconds into this 8 foot tall, like hulking mass. And you can see that there is almost like a slimish drip from his eyes. As those 2 eyes become 4, his 2 arms become 4, and his legs kind of become almost more like houndish, as he takes this giant stance of like a hound, essentially.
Can I use that frickin' coin now?
You could, but before, so as you begin to flip this coin, we are going to.
Oh, sorry. What?
I was going to say that as you begin to flip this coin, I'm going to have you roll on Google a heads or tails. Actually, no, I'm going to roll it because it makes sense as the DM. Call me heads or tails.
Heads.
Okay. So I'm going to roll it. You guys can see it.
I'm not ready for Usagi to die, man! Please!
Okay. So, I'm going to... So you got heads, meaning you'll get the better of the 2 options from this coin. I'm going to look back and see, because I want to make sure I have the correct thing.
It's not a single use thing, right?
It is a single use.
Fuck. Well, whatever. This is fine.
You're kind of
so,
anyways.
As you fling this open, right before we swap over to the others, and as it hits head,
oh boy,
you see a demonic portal begin to open.
Oh boy.
As the fiery heat of hell begins to radiate within the tavern, sorry.
Oh boy.
Imagine you're just like, your job's done. You go grab a quick beer, and then all of a sudden, this rabbit summons a fucking portal to hell.
As you have
Might
summoned
believe.
the temporary alliance of a demon for this fight. And
boy.
as we swap over,
Oh, Christ.
we will be back with you shortly. Because
Oh.
Chrono, Ublex, and your little newfound friend,
Little bud.
you begin to hear rustling within this like forested area.
All right. So Chrono is going to quickly open his eyes. He's gonna give like the new elf guy just a quick tap.
Mhm.
Take out his tonfas and says, "Something's approaching us."
And he opens his eye immediately. And as soon as he does that, you see him almost on the dime stand up, and not just stand up, but take a stance.
Oh.
As you see, and I'm going to grab the picture here, you see an elf stand out of the forest and into the clearing. You see this high elf, pointy ears, a single small silver ring in his left ear, white hair kind of put up in a man bun, even then like a decent amount of it still flows back, coming halfway down his like back essentially. Chiseled jaw, furry eyebrows. He has no sleeves on his shirt, but it's just like basically sleeveless black shirt that is also a turtleneck. That should be mentioned. He has this piece of like dark gray armor on it, like it's a shoulder pad piece, basically only on his left side, and these like black baggy pants that have been like tucked into his black boots. And
Got
you would just see him go, so Taka was right.
Oh,
And
fuck!
that's where we're ending off.
Wait, what? No!
Oh.
Oh, come on, man! It's only 11 o'clock!
Got it. I see the picture here. I get the picture here. All right.
Oh no, Takanos are here. Oh, fuck me,
All
really?
right.
Oh man.
Okay, well, I wasn't. Okay, I not to state the obvious, but
I'm
I was
so
not
mad.
expecting the story to get to this point today. Malice's life status is unknown. Chrono and Ublex are running to the Navy, and
Usagi is
just
currently
dealing with a demon.
both fighting against one and possibly allying with one, maybe.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a reminder, viewing audience.
And his ex is here. Oh no.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, viewing audience. We're still technically in the first arc.
Yep.
And we're
And
dealing
this?
with demons and titans now.
Whoops.
I'm gonna point out.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Also, I'm going to point out. Oh no, his stalker's gonna come in and save the day, isn't she?
Who knows? You never know.
Oh,
We'll find out.
fuck! Fuck! Oh my god, I'm gonna be
man.
blue-balled from this all week!
Either way, we're ending up there. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
You can find us on YouTube and Spotify, by the way. Bye.